Hi, welcome to the channel. Welcome on in. We are back for our Pathfinder 2 Agents of Edgeworth's Adventure Path A Guard's Tale. Thank you for coming in today. I'm a little bit flustered just doing a little last minute work, of course. But it's our, I believe, 25th episode. And this episode is called Descent into Death. So let's go to everybody and let's say hello.
Hey, wait, you just told it.
Hey,
we didn't
everyone.
know for the episode until just now.
I
That's
know.
not good.
I know.
I'm not happy.
You're
I mean,
never happy.
Excited. Okay, that's kind of true.
Well, you're rarely happy. Does that make things better?
I mean, a little better than never. But the sense of death, I mean, you told us it was going to be harder, but not just marched into our own doom.
And I've been giving you hints.
Yeah, you have. You've actually been. I've been like, don't worry about it, Karsh. We'll be fine. We'll be fine until now, and until just now you laid this on us, and now I'm like, well, shit, we should have taken some of those buffs.
The actual chapter is called Descent into Death.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the
Well,
chapter.
you know, maybe Razor will be appearing shortly after Sherain's funeral.
Yeah, probably.
Guys, maybe it's not our death. Maybe we're descending into someone else's death.
See?
Oh, so funeral.
That's a different way of thinking. It may be the incorrect way of thinking.
Traditional Yosoki sewer funeral.
Yes, Soki Sewer Funeral. I've got no idea how they work. Thank you, Neuroclock, for the donation to Ezarek. You, I believe, should be on 4 with that now.
Yeah.
It's an extra 2. I just want to go through because I've moved the overlays from last week to this one. So Ezarek, so Game Reaper, I'm getting viewed. Game Reaper with that extra 2 from Neuroclock just then. Are you on 4?
Yeah, yes, that's correct.
Okay. Sherain, because you keep on spending. So Polly, because you keep on spending, you're on 1.
Sherain, it's not playing the character. Just all my characters like.
I know. And Chibi, you're on 5.
Yeah.
And Snoozy, you're on 4 for hero points. I believe. So I had to change over things, and I can make mistakes quite often.
Yeah.
Especially when redoing overlays. But okay, we're good.
Anyway, I have a sneaking suspicion the cleric should have Disrupt Undead at the ready.
Take that under advisement.
Oh, because of the name of the show. Oh, yeah.
I also get 2 4th level spells.
Ooh. So we have leveled up to level 7 because it says right before the end of the last episode to level up before meeting the, like, this will be a great opportunity to level up before meeting the boss. I don't like that. I liked the idea that they ran the gauntlet of the Copper Hand Thieves and they faced the boss while still struggling, while still low on hit points and really almost out of spells totally, and etc. Because the boss wants to talk, and the players, if they then give a level before meeting the boss, don't want to talk. They want to play with their new skills.
Right.
That's kind of why I did it, because that's the mentality I see from most players, especially when they go to a big level with big spells and abilities, etc. They want to play and fight and kill, or
Right.
knock them out. But that's anyway. Let's do the introductions. Game Reaper.
Hey, I'm Game Reaper from Gathering of Nerds. Check this out. And I am playing Ezarek, the kobold investigator, who is also now a wizard. And, yeah.
Such a smart boy.
Yeah, I've been studying very hard.
Very, very hard. Polly.
Hello, it's me. Hello, it's me again. I am Polly, and I am here playing Sherain Alban, who is an excellent rogue cop and an all-around swell person. Maybe not the best at being a cop. Maybe not the best at being a player. Maybe not the best at being, fighting, being a person, but not the worst. Well, okay. Maybe. Anyway, I'm here and I'm playing. I'm good. And no hero points needed for me.
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts, shall we?
Watch me be amazing. Watch me dominate this game.
I don't see it lasting very long. I really don't. I see you redeeming for yourself or begging. We'll see over the next couple of weeks.
See. Yeah, hold on a second.
Chibi.
Hi guys, I am Chibi. I am playing Tayla, our resident Catholic cleric, who, as we saw last time, is very good at keeping people alive. And because of our recent level up, she's now a master of medicine.
But is it risky?
No, I don't do that risky stuff. I do the divine. And now that I've got mastery in medicine, when I do treat wounds, I can treat up to 4 people at once.
Oh, actually,
What?
yeah, that's another thing you can do. You can increase the DC to increase the amount you heal with treat wounds.
Yeah, but if I succeed on a treat wounds, because of the divine thing, I do the max heal anyway.
Yes, but you can get even more max.
Even more. Does it increase the dice? Is that what it means?
No, it like if you do a DC 20 instead of DC 15, you just increase the amount by 10.
Nice.
If you do a DC 30 instead of a DC 20, you increase the amount by 30.
Okay.
But you have to decide ahead before you roll.
Yes.
Yeah, before I roll, it's like, is it worth it?
Yeah. Please pick up Risky Surgery and use that.
Taylor,
I'm going to do
that is-
DC
that's
30 Risky
Sherain.
Surgery.
I feel so safe with you. I'm gonna run into battle nude.
We
Doesn't
can't have that
matter,
on the
it'll get
show, but we
fixed
can use our
later.
imagination.
Yeah, well, at least Lolo is covered in fur, so.
That's right.
True.
Yeah, for every battle.
Snoozy?
I'm Snoozy. I'm playing Lolo. Ranger, and I'm Isoki, which is rat folk, and I'm still trying to figure out a good voice for a rat folk that does not sound like Chibi's cat folk or Ezarek's, like I guess
Everyone went for the higher
Kobold.
register.
Drac folk?
Kobold.
Kobolds? That's like a small dragon, right?
Yeah.
Yes. A
Oh,
drag folk.
yeah.
You're actually correct. I've just never
Yeah.
heard that version of it.
No, I was just trying to make everything rhyme.
Yes.
I need to come up with a good voice that's distinctly vermin-like. So,
You did have the voice mod that was workable if we can just get it to work without the reverb capping through.
oh yeah.
Because that was really cool. Initially, that was the voice mod she was using, but you turned it off because there was a rebound in the system. But it was really good. It just one thing when using voice mods is remembering to turn it off when using your normal voice when talking about the scene, and then turning it on when only speaking in character. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard, and I get stuck in them myself. So, anyway, my name's Karsh the Goblin. This is GoblinCaveTV, and we are doing our Edgewatch game. Our Guard's Tale, or A Guard's Tale. You can help the channel and help the players by donating every $1 or per 100 bits donated with the hashtag of the player name or character name. Helps them by giving them a reroll. We have rerolls displayed down the bottom by coins, and they essentially can reroll for hit. Sorry, I was about to say they can reroll for attacks, for skills, and for saves, or they can blow them all to stop themselves from dying. Or on a very rare occasion, they can just spend one and have a monologue, which no one ever does. And monologue does not mean like getting new things and getting new stuff and what's not, and changing the scene and saying, oh no, I have full narration control, and changing the scene entirely, which is what someone tried to pull last week in the circus game.
Oh, is that right? Hey,
Yeah.
not City of Mist. You can't do that.
No, but they tried.
Yeah.
They tried. But it's always a possibility.
I hate the game.
So last week, our players fought off the dangerous guards located on the second level. They moved up to the third level of the Copper Hand Thieves. In the third level of Copper Hand Thieves, the training room with the training dummy with all the pockets for pickpocketing and the bells and whatnot was a trap. And although Lolo called dibs on pickpocketing first, it was Sherain that set off the trap. And they then, after the trap was resets, it goes stagnant. They then opened one of the X marks the spot doors, setting off the trap. I believe it was a failed disarm check that set off it off. There was, I can't remember why it was set off, but it was set off, causing hallucinations, which didn't affect too much actually in the gameplay. They then explored that level a little bit before encountering the guard dog of sorts, which was a basilisk. In that fight, the two trainers of the basilisk just opened the doors and let it out, and the party kept on failing their roles to remember, don't look into the basilisk's eyes. Unfortunately, the basilisk didn't stun anyone. Well, slowed a little bit, but not enough. And you killed the basilisk before I could really have fun as the GM, because what's more fun than turning the players to stone?
Yes, telling them.
After that, they met.
That's for the circus.
I know the circus too. Let's just say in the circus game, we had the entire last episode where where the actual fight of the group has one action around through multiple combats. Because it's going to take days for him to get the other two actions back. But anyway, back to here. Our party encountered a room where there was two tieflings and two catfolk sitting around a table talking. They declared their innocence. They were not involved in the bank robbery at all. And that's at least what you believed, what they said. Thankfully, you didn't announce yourself to be the city guard. Thankfully, you didn't also try to start a fight with them, because those catfolk, they're tigers. So that could have been bad. But upstairs, there was a garden room. Out of place in the location. Oh, by the way, Snoozy, you do. Can I get a fortitude save, please?
For
Um,
no reason.
not for no reason at all, of course.
Testing
Nothing at
out
all.
the dice.
Where's my fortitude? Where's my fortitude?
It should be under main.
Name.
The three big saving throws in the
There we
middle
go.
of the
Yeah.
first character.
There we go.
page.
So,
Oh, okay.
Lolo picked the shiny magical things out of the toilet,
Nah.
because that was a thing. And you now have something, because that wasn't high enough save.
Alright.
Unless you want to spend a hero point, of course.
What?
Would you like to spend a hero point to re-roll that failed saving throw from going
No,
through the
wait,
toilets?
Suck it up. Suck
No,
it
I
up.
won't enforce that. Yeah, but anyway,
Wait, I thought Marcus was gonna get the shiny thing out of the toilet.
who did the shiny thing out of the toilet?
Lolo did.
They
Marcus
forced Lolo,
is keeping
didn't
an
they?
eye on the catfolk and tieflings.
Oh, okay.
So because you weren't here, I'm not going to enforce the disease which you've now got, because you weren't here and they chose you to do it. But
Oh,
If
hey,
you were-
you have fast recovery now, so
but otherwise, yes, you would have gotten a disease if you were here and you're the one doing it. But yes, you got a rune of shifting for armor, which isn't really a thing, but I think it's kind of a it shifts larger armor to smaller, or smaller armor to bigger.
yeah,
Anyway,
I think that's a typo on Paizo's part.
It's a typo, but we'll just flavor it. It's
Yeah.
like it's shift an armor, change the size of armor for you.
A rune of shifting to change the size of armor.
Yeah, because usually the rune of shifting is for weapon sizes.
Yeah, so well, not weapon sizes. It just changes the shape weapon from one weapon to another.
But either way, upstairs there was the garden room. There was a small little, almost like a small room which is filled with pickpocketed loot and pickpocketed items and whatnot, and coats and things like that, purses that have been cut. You then confronted the bad guys. A woman surrounded by a few others, who, as you charged in, she called for a halt and a parley and for a talk. She declared that the ledgers around the room, the log books of all her crimes and criminal activities of the Copper Hand Thieves had been trapped magically, and at a single word they would all combust and all the evidence would disappear of her crimes. All she asked was for whatever she could carry, or whatever her friends could carry, for information on who was ordering her and forcing her and her Thieves Guild to do the bank robbery and do these crimes. And the negotiations went differently to what she expected. Instead of what she could carry from the bank robbery, it was agreed upon somehow what she could carry from the pickpocketing was the instead her reward for telling of what happened.
Yeah. Anyway,
and that's when we finished last week, in the room with I'll have to go to the map to see how many, but several individuals in the Copper Hand Thieves, the top floor, so to speak. 4 individuals, there you go. And for Taya, or Fayati.
Fayata?
Fayati.
yeah.
Fayati. Hard to spell. And like in the room is just like, it's pretty much like all the tables are just lined with like counted coins and jewelry and trade bars. It's just the entire place, like the entire room is the proceeds of the bank robbery, and has been counted, it seems, and divvied up and portioned around. But she was adamant that it was like she was ordered what to do. It was a murdering cult leader.
Yeah.
All
right. Yeah. So while this is happening, Ezrek's going to activate the recording rod.
Whoa, is that an Absalomian microphone?
It's essentially, yep.
I've got
are you doing it subtly?
Yes.
Can I have a stealth or a thievery sleight of hand style?
Yeah, this would be a thievery. So.
Okay, a 31's pretty good. As against their perceptions, which.
Yep, their perception DC.
Yeah, I'm going to check a couple, but I don't believe there's going to be an issue against the 31. Close, but no. 29 would have been a challenge, but 31, yes. So you start recording surreptitiously under the. She explains that, look, we were ordered by this cult. Like, we were ordered by the cult. We ended up, like, they were forcing us to. They were murdering people, and and they were robbing the bodies, and they forced us to fence their goods, and then they wanted more money and they wanted more funds so they could expand their operations, and they forced us to do this bank robbery.
How did they force you?
They're a cult of murder. How else would you think? They're murderers. They skin people alive for fun, for their religion even. We don't want to deal with, like, it's they're bigger than us. You go after them, we'll just go. We can tell you where we would meet them. Their leader calls themselves a Skinner or something. They're bad people.
If you provide us this evidence and leave the goods from the robbery, we will let you go.
Do you know, like, did they just threaten to skin you and kill you and their reputation preceded them? Or did you actually, did they skin and kill someone you know? Or
one of the assets that they lent us for the robberies was a beast made out of skin, a monster, a hulking monster that they sewed together out of multiple people's skins. I think that's enough to be scared of them.
yeah, no, for sure.
I don't know about this whole investigation thing. I mean, let's just go out and do it. Let's just go take them on all this talk. We're talking about people skinning people. Let's just go get them.
Well, you need to know where we met them. They were under the Ascendant Court. Like, we'll meet them in their base of operations is somewhere under the Ascendant Court in the catacombs. We would meet them at a fork in one of the entrances to the catacombs. It looks like an undead skeleton statue in the fork, and behind is like bronze doors. That's where they'd come out of. But like, they're in there somewhere.
Do you have a map to this location?
I don't have a map, but I can tell you where to get to it, like which streets and which ways to get in. It's one of the common entrances, but we started feeling the heat getting to us, so we don't want to be involved. The grey cloaks are more scary than whoever you are, but like we won't want to be involved in those people. They were forcing us to do all this. We were nothing.
Do they call themselves the Grey Cloaks?
No, the grey cloaks.
That's the guard.
The guard
here.
in the Ascendant Quarter.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
They protect the catacombs. They're big people, scary. Like they points to Ardsnap and says, like him, but bigger, as in physically and not
Okay,
powerful.
so same shape, just human
Bigger.
size.
Yeah, that's essentially the grey cloaks. They're big. But it's like we don't want to deal with it. Like we just want to get out of here, leave the city, and run away from these people. We don't want them coming after us. And if you can arrest them, then they don't come after us, and they don't skin our people alive.
Okay.
And we can just disappear.
We have your statement. Leave the evidence and the goods from the robbery, and you can go.
Oh, wait. Just wait a second.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my comrade. Ask your questions, and then I will ask my fine question of this suspect.
I apologize if if you said this already, dear
Yeah, what's your name?
Mrs. Taya.
Yes, that's my name, Fata.
Then it's my ID.
You said that you would meet them in the catacombs through the bronze doors behind the
No,
statue?
outside the bronze doors is a statue. It's like,
And you would just meet
I don't
them
know who
at
it is.
the
It's an
statue?
undead. He's a undead god or something. I don't know who it was. One of the old ones, but that's where we'd meet, outside the bronze doors, next to the
Oh.
statue.
Would they come out of the bronze doors to
Yes.
meet you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We don't know what's in there. Some hall, something religious, like everything under all the catacombs are underneath the Ascendant Quarter.
Sure.
It's
Yeah, and you said this was the cult of Norgorber.
No, I didn't. I just said that their leaders calls himself the Skinner. But they're
Yes.
murderers.
Huh?
They're just some murder cult. I don't know what it is.
Do you notice
Yeah.
if they had any symbols or
Um,
markings that seemed really distinct and stood out to you, aside from the whole skin thing?
They would wear these bronze. How can they wear these bronze amulets, like necklaces, and it like had an eye, like a large eye with like wings coming from it.
Does that sound familiar to us? Like, did it match the one from the murder
Out
hotel?
of character, it does. But considering I barely have any religion, probably not.
Because I remember there was the altar in the murder hotel and stuff. So does that ring a bell with anything that was around the altar?
The symbolism from the murder hotel, no, it's
Yeah,
totally different
okay.
from the murder hotel.
Uh,
But I'm doing a religion check for Taylor because
yeah.
you are looking to remember anything you need to know religion wise. You aren't sure, but you faintly remember there's an old dead god, with an eye and wings.
Yeah.
Wait, the god has an eye and wings?
As in the symbol of
Symbol.
His symbol.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He basically was there before the inheritor became the inheritor.
yes.
Oh yes, law you know quite well.
Yeah.
My colleagues have been too, I believe, polite to ask you this question, however. You come in here, and I'm buying your story, sounds good on the surface, but then you said something that, I'm a good cop. I'm good at reading people. And the thing you said that makes me think that you're not telling everything truly is you said you never heard of us. What's up? I think that's sus. I'm real sorry to say it, but you're going to have to show some ID. And we do have a booking officer that's going to ask you all your crimes. You're going to have to go there and fill it out. And we might have to
Ignore her.
a few days. And finally,
Unless you admit that you've heard of her.
well, yes. Well, but if you haven't, here's my new business card. You see, my name is Sherain Storm Chaser. It also has my address on there.
You
Yeah.
made business cards.
I did.
With the wrong address.
I just got a
With
picture
someone
of me
else's
going
address,
this.
I should point out.
Not to
Yeah.
mention someone else's last name.
Yeah.
Deidre's address. I know. I haven't got a place of my own yet, but it's, for me that's working out just fine. So
You
remember
place it
that.
on the table with all the
Sharon-
counted gold.
That's right. Huh. And if you take that and you remember it, you won't have to go through our booking process.
I don't know who
you.
you are.
I
But
just told
thank you.
you're welcome. Now please, be gone. Can you believe you knew who we were? What the hell? Must have been lying.
Unless there's anything else.
Can we trust anything she said now?
No, that's what I'm saying. If
At this point, we have bigger fish to fry.
Ooh, fish.
fish,
Fish.
fries. All right. Well, let's go let's go to the fish fry. I mean, I
Yeah,
thought we were
so-
going. Oh, this sounds way better.
Strangely, they leave. Like not strangely that they leave, but they take the ledgers.
No, that's evidence. Hey, come back
No,
here.
no, no.
No, no.
You said leave the stuff. She's taking evidence against herself, which is the ledgers.
I thought she was only supposed to take gold.
Well, that you also in that renegotiation, you said leave the evidence of the leave the evidence of the robbery. Or leave the stuff from the robbery. Well, the ledgers aren't with the robbery, but they leave. They take the ledgers and they go what looks like to a bedroom to the north, up here, and you hear a door open, and they all go through that area, but they don't go past you.
So anybody go for any burritos? I mean, I could go grab some. If you want.
Okay. Anyway, now that they're gone, Ezarek's just going to bring out the recording rod. I got that all.
Right. Okay. Good. Good.
Including what you just tried, Sherain. Which,
Well,
thank you for that.
I'm the closer, right? I closed the deal. You softened them up. I came in and I got the confession. You see that? I'm a professional. Tayla, you see that? You see that? That's what a
Yes,
veteran
right.
cop does. So now how about that fish fry, huh?
Oh, you guys have not had a fish fry until you've had a sewer fish fry.
What is it?
Okay,
Crocodile?
maybe not a fish fry then.
Tayla looks a bit uncomfortable at that. Like,
You guys are missing out.
I can only think it's crocodile or something like that. For sewer fish.
There are fish in the sauce.
They're dire goldfish that get flushed, and then everything becomes dire once it's in the sewers.
We'll pay that.
More than just the sewers, there's also just the rest of the underground.
You better save that recording for the academy because they're going to want to study my skills. Good thing you got that.
And how not to?
Recording,
Yeah,
I'm on all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure that the academy will definitely find the entertainment value fascinating.
Okay. I guess I am fun too.
So now what? You're in a building. This top floor, like the tables in front of you, the benches and tables in front of you, is covered in loot. Essentially covered in the bank robberies.
Yeah.
Loot.
Okay, so let's collect the.
Is there anything magic in this heap?
Well, I don't know. Is there?
Is there any
I
good
know.
weapons?
well,
Any good
we can't claim anything. We have to return it all to the bank.
Yeah.
Well, we're just taking a look before we return. We will return it all to the bank, of course, once it's
Yeah.
back. But there's certain things we want to make.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're trying to say, Sherain. Okay. She's gonna
Like
you
not-
mentioned. I think there was like a listing of, or was that also taken by the Copper Hands? Like the list of the bank spoils.
They took their ledgers
Okay,
because they
So,
And
incriminated
a
Sherain?
them.
bunch of loot.
so Sherain, what we're gonna do is you call out all the items, and I'll start recording what we found here, just to make sure we've got everything.
Oh God.
You were trying to say it, wasn't it? That's amazing. We have to catalog to make sure we've got all the evidence and all the things that we're missing. So
Yeah.
I know exactly what is here.
I just remember I got to go for a second to go do this thing with this guy. Goodbye, and I run out.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. Yeah. So Ezarek will go to the desk and just try to find any evidence left over that just involves the bank robbery.
You start going through the desk. It's essentially, it's got all you need to do, like to write ledgers, and to record all the information. But they took what the information they had that they needed.
Can I dust the tables and the door handles for fingerprints?
Yes, you can.
What do I roll for that? Do I roll anything?
I will just allow you to do it.
I think it was a. Yeah, never mind.
Let me have it.
Are there any loose pieces of paper on the desk that we could do that little like graphite trick with?
Well, there's also there's a storeroom behind you with like cut purses and things like that. Like lots of things you could lift fingerprints off if you needed. If you want to lift fingerprints off things, there's a whole place around here. There's also a room to the north in this area.
The one that they left through.
The one that they left through.
Oh.
We're on the
Ezarek
third floor, right?
You're actually on the fourth. You're over here.
Oh,
Fourth
fourth.
floor.
Yeah.
So I think
Well,
you're...
they just went there, so.
I'm out there. I ran out the door.
Oh,
I
it's
was
just
like,
a
which way
little
did Sherain go? Like, the way we came in or the way they left?
Sherain, as you go back to look at the to the stairs down, you see that like the some of the vines, like the lattice on the vines, is not in where it was, and it's like almost as like sitting on a door frame, like sitting on a door, and you can see into a bedroom where you can also see Lolo looking at you.
What? A bedroom? Okay,
Yeah.
so how do I get into it?
Well,
Where's the
the door? It's like
You
the
can
lattice
see me
itself
looking at
has
you.
opened up, and is just sitting there.
Yeah, secret door.
Secret door which they left.
Well, I open the secret door. I throw it open.
The door is open. That's why you can
I
see
kick
each
it
other.
open. Oh.
It's already open.
Hey,
Oh, you
what's
just kick it.
up?
Already
It's me.
open right here.
Oh, hey, whoa. Okay, so I'm like, hey, this is pretty cool. So I'm gonna search it, and then I'm gonna get in the bed.
Okay, you search the area and get into the bed. On the inside of the door,
yeah,
it
you
seems to
guys
be
just tell me.
bookcases. And throughout this whole area is bookcases.
You know
It
what?
seems that the person staying in this area is quite well read and quite well educated, and on a wide variety of things. There's nothing really special about the books, except for the fact that they're all poor quality. Nothing
what?
really. They're poor quality. They're not pristine condition. They're like all ratty and
They're all like secondhand.
second hand, third hand, fourth hand more.
My rogue senses tell me that this is not all as it seems. So I go to one book, I pick out a title. It's the one that looks kind of a little bit older, and I try to pull it down like it's going to open a secret door.
I would run a finger along to see if any of them had dust and any of them didn't have dust.
That's a great idea. So like I go, and I blow on it to see if the dust blows away.
So you're getting rid of the dust.
Don't slow the
Oh
dust.
no, I messed.
The secret door is already open, and you're looking
Well-
for secret doors.
Where there's a secret door, there must.
I'm
be
more thinking about stuff hidden inside of a book or one important book.
I see
I'm just
the
pointing
door.
this out. That's all.
What?
Yeah.
Plays and stuff. There's always more secret doors. This is a secret door. That
Can
means-
I hear them arguing?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. I'm saying it loud.
Yep.
Ezarek's just going to peek into the room and just cast detect magic.
There is
What
no
are you
presence
doing?
of magic in the area.
There's no magic.
So I go over to the next book and I try to pull it over a little bit to see the door open. And if it doesn't happen, I'll go to the next book and pull it over a little bit.
Did you want to close the door first?
No, I want to see if a different door opens.
Okay.
I absolutely do not want to close the door. This is how we do police business.
It takes a while, and there's dust because Lolo, you're also checking for dust and. Is that
Well,
right?
actually, I've given up on the dust thing. I'm running my finger along it really quick, checking to see if among all of these slightly ratty used books, there's any books that are significantly newer and sharper, or much, much older and rattier that like aren't the same level of wear and tear as other
So,
You're
books.
looking
anything
for the
that's
oldest
been-
and the youngest.
Going one way, Mark is coming the other way. walking along the books and
Whoa,
feeling.
Marcus!
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
so we're doing a pincher motion.
I'm hearing jump on my head, Marcus.
There's a difference between them all. Like not all of them are like fourth or fifth hand. Some are maybe even second hand, but there's nothing that's new. Generally speaking, there's nothing in there. And going through levering each book out does not open any other secret doors.
What if I push over the bookcase?
The bookcase is made into the wall itself, into
That
this
is
little nook
super
area.
It's
suspicious.
a nice bookcase.
So does anybody have an axe?
Yeah.
While that's happening, Tayla would be asking Ezarek, you reckon we should get Ardsnap to like go back and report to his to the guard here that we found the bank robbery stuff, and if they can send a unit in to like secure the area?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a great idea.
It's going to take a few men to return all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like there's way too much for us to just kind of carry out ourselves, which
Yeah.
is why it's like get Ardsnap to get the local guard in on it to retrieve
Yeah.
everything safely.
And also contact the coin guard.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to try to secure the outside of the building here. Maybe find a taco truck.
Are you going to go to the same one that you
Yeah.
went to before? You
Anyway.
didn't seem very impressed.
Yeah, I'll probably have to find a different one this time. I don't really have a disguise ready.
There wasn't
Anyway,
any, like, objects
Taylor, do
along
you-
all the gold,
We
right?
probably should
Something I
look
could
through all this and make
borrow,
sure it's all
and
here.
then return it with the gold later.
Tayla would start
I don't really need
cataloging.
Snoozy, can you say that again?
There weren't any like really nice items, usable items, not consumable, but like usable loot that are items with all the gold loot that could perhaps be misplaced from the inventory temporarily
There's jewelry, and there's jewelry and there's gems.
returned to their rightful owners, but borrowed.
There's
like a
jewelry and
library.
there's gems from the bank robbery.
Ezra didn't detect any magic,
Of
so
no magic, but of assortment. There's full like necklaces, or there's a couple of like actual gems instead, shiny stones which might be of some intrinsic value. So that type of thing, yes, but
No, like swords or like gauntlets or
no.
like
If
And there's
mithril,
There's certainly
undergarment.
bracelets. There's certainly bracelets
Bracelets?
and other things in the other room, from the pickpockets, and some nice coin purses and things like that, which may have some cut damage from being cut. But there's
I mean, I
certainly-
could coin purse.
anyway, if you're bored, there's the training dummy downstairs
Oh,
that you
yes.
want to have a look at.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go
Oh,
see.
yeah.
Ezarek, why would you suggest that?
I run, do not walk, right toward the training dummy.
To keep them occupied while we're doing this.
Coming home with me, buddy.
when you do go downstairs to the third level, the door is open to where the catfolk and the tieflings were. They are not there. They were asked to wait around, but they're not. They're not going to wait around.
Typical criminals. That's fine. I got bigger fish to fry. I learned that phrase. Fish to fry.
Which door are you opening to the training dummies? There are two doors. There's one that's open. There's one that isn't.
I'm gonna open the one that's not open.
Okay, fantastic. Can I get a saving
I'm
throw,
gonna
please?
kick it open. No, I'm gonna kick it open.
Fantastic. Can I get a saving throw, please?
Saving throw. Which one? Is
I
it
believe it's
I'm a
fortitude.
master of reflex. What?
Fortitude.
Fortitude. That's crap.
Master reflex fortitude. Oh, that's crap.
That's bullshit.
Um,
Especially 'cause without roll, right? What I get? Nothing. I got 0.
You basically got flashbanged.
Wait,
in a
is it
different
trap?
way than expected. You got a
I have a-
hallucination banged.
But is it a trap that I'm perhaps might have some?
Yes,
kind
it's a trap.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, sorry, it's
Hold
not fortitude. Can I get a will save? Not sorry, wrong one.
on. Hold on now. Because I might have a feat that could help me with this, but we'll talk about that once
It is
I
a trap,
potentially
but
fail.
nowhere near enough.
Okay. Well, then probably my feet's not going to help me either.
No.
All right, never mind.
Okay, so
Let's do it. AC saves against devices or traps. I trigger while disarming. Well, I wasn't.
You weren't disarming, no.
I was trying to disarm with my foot.
No, you're just kicking open the door, silly. So you've got -2 to perception and saves from against mental effects
cool.
for the next 1d4 hours.
I'll roll it.
Yeah,
2
2
hours.
hours.
Terrific. Well, that's okay. I don't like looking for stuff anyway.
Okay.
Well, now that that's done, what do you perceive in the room?
Yeah, right. It doesn't matter. I can't see Jack.
Well,
But-
no, you can see things. They're just like a little bit squiggly.
Do I see the training dummy?
There's the training dummy.
All right, so I go over and I pick it up.
Wait.
Okay. Let's-
I'm taking it home with me.
it's
Oh,
built onto a pillar.
Wait a second. I'm a rogue. I'm going to try
No.
to turn it off. Oh, is it too late?
What,
I wanna
how's it
take
work
its
in City
outfit off
of
and put
Mists?
it on.
If you do
Can I take
something, you
its
do it.
outfit? out of
Well,
skin?
you can take it back like if before you roll, you can change your story a little. It's
I was
not a
rolling.
gotcha game. It's different here. Well, yeah, okay, it's fine. It's different here because the MC actually rolls. So sometimes if you say something, it's done. But in a game where only the players roll,
Yeah.
there's sometimes take backsies, but that's
Um,
okay.
So the training dummy, as you try to pick it and try to pull it,
I got 70
it
hit points
springs
per-
into action, and by
Ooh, this-
springing, the blades come out and start spinning.
Oh, this is why I like this thing. It's gonna hurt, but I'm gonna learn how to be a great
It
thief.
does miss you
Yeah, look how great I am.
because I rolled only a 2 on the trap.
Okay, Ezarek. I know you want me
and
to
it
do
starts moving along the room.
Oh my God.
that. All right, now we're gonna really test my skills here. So, how about some hero points?
After you've activated it.
And you asking me? Like
All
no.
right. All right.
I have so many hero points, I just cannot give them to you.
I was just kidding because that'd be like a complete waste of hero points.
Do its blades go all the way to the ground?
Yes. Like there's
Oh,
It's
multiple
like a
blades. There's-
multi-armed scythe arm blade thing that just spins
Spins.
around.
and then moves forward and comes back along the.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she just literally tried to hug it to pick it up.
I can't believe you're undead.
It's-
There we go.
that's Neurocross for doing.
Can I send
That's why.
underneath the lowest
Polly?
blade up
What's
into
that?
the center?
You get a redemption from Neurocroc.
Are you sure that's from Rock?
Oh, did you redeem
It's herself.
yourself? No.
Yeah.
No. Don't allow it.
I'm gonna take it.
No. Don't allow it.
So wait, Lolo is setting Marcus up the inside of the dummy from the ground?
Only if it's safe. Only if Marcus is
Um.
on the ground low enough that he can
Define
sort of
safe.
army rat crawl his way below the
He can get
lowest
very
blade
low.
I would
and
say an
into the center.
acrobatics.
of the dummy.
I would say like an acrobatics to get like to move low enough to get to avoid it, because it's currently just like going forward and back on the
For
room.
him?
How high are the blades?
Like the the blades are at different levels and they spin, so it's just a case of I will say an acrobatics.
Is his acrobatics the same as mine?
They
Uh,
have different.
how familiar's work
Oh.
is yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was Lolo, not Marcus. Yes, Marcus can do it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was my mistake. Yes, Marcus can. Yes,
Oh, yes.
yes,
I was gonna
Marcus the
like-
rat. Yes, not
Yeah.
the rat folk.
Yeah.
can't be all the way down to the ground. Okay.
Mhm.
So if you can shimmy up inside the center of the dummy
Mm-hmm.
and mind link me to what's inside of it, maybe I know, maybe he'll be able to, I can see whether there's
Look
any.
for the red wire.
Trying to get him to disarm the trap.
You're trying to like, do a
To-
disarm.
Disarm the trap.
Do a roll.
Or
I
he'll
just-
just start gnawing everything.
Um,
I doubt it's filled with explosives. So, well,
well, no, that's not filled with explosives. So inside the dummy itself, the dummy is just like a jacket with hay, like a Hessian jacket type thing, stuffed with hay. But
good.
inside it is mechanical, has a lot of mechanicalness, which
Right.
is what he's inside and
yeah.
transmitting that information. I don't know if you're going to be able to like do this, but try.
Well,
I think it's a thievery check for disarming a trap. Okay, let's see if we can find this trap again.
Oh, it was Marcus with a K, wasn't it?
I don't know. Spinning blades pillar. Stealth description disarm. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes. With that roll, he gnaws at a couple of pulleys and wires and whatnot, and it just slows down and stops.
I want that pocket jacket. I want that jacket. I want that jacket of a million pockets.
You take the pocket jacket off, and it's big on you because, well, size, and it's got lots of bells as well.
Ding, ding,
So-
ding, ding, ding.
As you
I
start
imagine
moving-
it's been cut a lot.
Well, that a bit too. Like the pockets have cuts in them, and the pockets have, yeah, but there's bells attached to it, so there's a little bit of a dingling as you move. As it essentially has a trail on the ground for you, like a train.
Can we hear the jiggling from upstairs?
I imagine we heard something with blades activated.
You'd hear the trap being activated, yes.
Yeah, and Tayla's just like, just keep noting, just keep writing, just keep looking. just like, she's just trying to like ignore.
Just
I'm going
keep
to cut off
swimming.
the bottom half of the jacket and take the best section of fabric that has the most sturdy pocket on it. And I'm going to craft a tiny little jacket for Marcus that has one big pocket on it so that he has a dapper little jacket,
It basically
the
has a
dapper little
backpack.
man that he is, and I can put something in his pocket.
This is a piece of training
A backpack.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
I
straight
like to think of
backpack.
it as a little jacket with a pocket, but sure, it's a backpack.
That is so cute.
Back in pockets.
So it's gonna take time, but yes, you can do that. You can fashion that
Training thing out of here.
in
and
the
back
next time where you have time to do something.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It'll be weird, but yes, absolutely. I can just imagine him running around with like an alchemical bomb or a healing potion in that pocket. But that's a
Yeah,
Good thing
the
if it's-
Marcus delivery service.
Maybe I'll just, I won't even wear it myself. I'll just make like a medium-sized little vest, like a button-up vest for my bat with some pockets, and then a tiny little suit jacket with a pocket for Marcus.
okay. So
I
it takes
agree.
time to
thing there.
catalog, like quite a bit of time to catalog. And after a while, the local guards from the foreign quarter start arriving, starting to take away the suspects that you knocked out and you apprehended. And the long, arduous task of transporting all of the evidence from here.
What about my training dummy?
If you wish to take it, you can take it now that it's disarmed.
Okay, but I need the other boys in blue to help me here because I got to go deal with some Skinner guy, and I want to make sure my new buddy here is going to make it back to a place where I can access him. And I need a new jacket because it just got messed up.
I think that if they will be taking that, that will count as evidence and you won't be able to keep it.
No. Okay. Here's my business card. Take it to this address right here.
For the kids.
They're not movers.
Oh, did you see how cool this thing is? I want it.
You can organize people outside the guard to move it for you.
I don't know how to do that.
Please don't call 911 because you want something moved. It doesn't work like that.
I know.
Or if you want to go shopping to the place next to the hospital, don't call for an ambulance. It doesn't work like that. Like there's other more appropriate
waste of city resources or something. I had a place to go and I didn't have a cart or a horse. I could take me there.
Yeah. You can find somewhere to rent it.
Just blank look at you, huh?
Have you never hired services before?
Yeah, I've hired lots of things. That's kind of how I'm good at what I do now.
I grew up underground, and I know how to function in the city better than you.
That wouldn't be the first time I heard that one. I know you're just joking. So I'll play along. You're right. So, yeah, I want that little training dummy. However I can get it. Officer, over here. General Sherain would like you to
they'll be coming with carts. So you can put it into the cart.
Okay,
then you're going to have to try to get it off the cart and then somehow get it across the city.
Well, I label it property of General Sherain and I put a note on it.
Okay, so on the subject of things being taken away and with the cataloging and everything like that, if the Copper Hand Thieves hadn't taken anything, that means we still also had the small room with all the pickpocket stuff.
Yeah.
I'm guessing after a quick look, none of them have like little, this is the property of so-and-so at this address. Nothing. So
you would assume that would have been in some of their ledgers.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily get the name of people. Like if you just walk past someone on the street, you don't find their name and address though.
It's stolen from such and such by such and such. Like stolen from like this street.
You would write a ledger for your burgle.
No, but when a thieves guild is becoming more official and not just thugs on the street, they need to protect themselves from thievery from each other. So everyone has their own dues, and this is what this person stole, this is what that person stole, that's where they stole it from, this is a good place for, and that's that. It was all their evidence of that.
Okay. So, I guess what Tayla's kind of trying to get at is that if we can't return, because the whole thing for us with our pay is we have to requisition stuff.
Well, it's
kind of thing.
A fine, I guess.
So would we be saying everything in that room is kind of for the Edgewatch guard?
But it's evidence.
Send it over there to be processed, and while you're sending it over there to be processed, take that trading dummy too.
Yeah, I really want that. Come on now, I'm gonna be sad if I don't get it. Think about how that's gonna up my skills. And if you want, every once in a while, you can play with it too. But you have to ask nicely.
Are there any golden rings in the pickpocket stuff that would fit around Marcus's
head? Like that.
Yeah.
There's jewelry. Like that's the most where that is jewelry.
Yeah.
And baubles and things like that.
I can appreciate that you want to bling up Marcus. It's not even for you. It was everything you're doing is for Marcus.
He's done so much for us, and he doesn't get to requisition stuff from the guard,
Are you Marcus's sugar daddy?
Do they have any good clothes there? Inventory?
I mean, he's gonna have clothes soon. Wait, were you asking if Marcus has clothes?
No, I was asking if in that big pile of stuff, if there's some good like, drip I could grab.
Yeah.
Oh wow! All right.
There's an assortment of clothes from people that are mugged or people that are pickpocketed
Ooh.
from.
I find the shortest skirt, the most leatheriest skirt, and I throw it right on, and I just take the one I have off. Look at this! Now I look like a real undercover cop.
What? I have clothes as a rat.
Yeah, rat folk do wear clothes.
Oh yeah, we were fancy ass.
Any good tops there too?
So you're essentially going through what can we steal for ourselves.
No, not steal.
That's what I'm hearing.
I think half the party
Requisition.
is.
Useful.
Well,
in our
while
investment.
Taylor is going, can you just like turn around? We need to get the label of what that and start right down the ledger when
Yeah.
they're going.
Yeah.
They're
It's
trying
like a
on things.
lending library of useful items. They
Well,
eventually will go to the greater, pot of shared resources. But until then, are they going to waste away in an evidence room? Or are we going to use them?
to do
to
police
lock up
work.
that
That's
guy?
why we're here, right? You're right. Hey,
Why we're here?
I like you, newbie. I think you're going to be fine on this team. I just want to say, I wasn't sure about the rat thing, but I love Marcus too.
I'm just being pragmatic.
Hey, that's all. We're
Except
all.
when it comes to Marcus, and then I want to treat him. I just want to
Like the king
pamper
he
him
is.
like the little prince that he is, and like he deserves.
I do like
And I'm
Marcus.
gonna steal as many bejeweled rings as I can in order to get.
We don't call it steal. We call it
I'm
requisition.
gonna.
Yeah, Taylor's
requisition.
ears totally like swiveled around when you said the word
Yeah.
steal.
I'm
You
gonna
gotta learn the
temper my
lingo here.
requisition as many
There you go.
rings as I can
Right.
for Marcus.
Right.
I go like Tayla.
Taylor
Bye-bye.
glasses over, and she's instantly eyeing your hands to see if any new rings are there that she needs to catalog.
There's like a new one on every finger.
She just instantly writes it down, going, "Yep, okay, got it."
Marcus is wearing a tiny.
As I walk away, you can hear like a bunch of
emerald
coins
ring
in my
as
pocket.
a tiara.
I think Ezarek's close to having an aneurysm at this point.
I think I'm writing everything down, Ezarek. I think I got it all.
And it's at that stage where like the guards, the local guards, from the foreign quarter are starting to pack up the pickpocket area as well. After when you're
Okay.
finished cataloging that,
Any
Yeah.
like pickpocket tools?
No,
Or
no.
tools of the trade?
there was tools. There was like carpentry, like crafting tools downstairs.
Oh, I want those.
I grow bored of this. I have now.
That's
I have
not
now
stolen
blamed my-
goods, right?
Also, there was a couple of items which were picked up before. If you had time to identify, if you'd like.
Yeah.
Like the wand.
I can work on that.
So, would you like to work on that and get that sorted? And
Yeah.
there was a few.
I've spaced out and wandered outside.
Yeah, I mean, it
I have
pretty much takes like
voluminous-
10 minutes per item. So now
there's
that
time.
we're in the quiet, so
There's
Yeah.
time. Is kind of what I'm saying. If you'd like to get that
Yeah.
sorted. So, what are you identifying? What are you looking at?
okay. What does everyone have in their inventory? Well, we already identified like the pendant and the iron stone and stuff, and also that rune. What else was there?
There was a wand.
Oh yeah, the wand. Yeah, Ezarek will try and identify that.
Do your spells so it's a check, isn't it? I'm used
yeah,
to
it's,
not doing checks.
Yeah, it's secret arcana or occult, depending on what type of item it is.
I'll do a couple just in case. So it's a wand of mending.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the gold nodule iron stone.
Yep.
You got the pendant of the occult, scrolls of creation.
We have
Um,
enough pendants of occult for all of us?
no, just
Or
one.
just the one?
I think you've got it.
I have
What?
Maybe you.
Ezarek would have it.
Oh,
He's
Ezarek.
the
+1 to occult.
yeah.
There's also the. Trying to think, what else is there? Did you get anything else? You got the armor of shifting, and the brooch, the grasshopper.
Oh, the grasshopper brooch. Yeah. Is there any magic coming from that?
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah. He'll try and identify that. I believe
Okay.
Rain has it at the moment.
Yeah. So the grasshopper emerald brooch is a emerald grasshopper is what it's called.
Emerald.
It's a
grasshopper.
magical consumable.
Oh. It's a talisman.
It's a talisman, and it gives you high jump.
Hey, that's pretty fancy.
Oh.
Yep, as a
So-
grasshopper.
expert in athletics.
You need to.
I'm not.
I am.
I'm an expert in
So
athletics.
you can jump vertically, quite
No,
a
I'm
fair
not.
bit, and you flutter down. If
I don't
need
need
be.
I can jump
Okay.
real high anyway.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. I think I'm the only one that can use it.
Either way. So that's the pendant, and that's the grasshopper. I think that's the only things that we found. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Plus
Oh.
the sweet beer. And the
Actually,
drink.
to make up for that, I think I'll make a trade with you with the other talisman I got, like pretty much session 1. I'll trade it for the owlbear claw.
Isn't
That do.
owlbear claw?
Yeah.
Oh.
You attach it to a weapon,
Found it.
and when you activate it, it triggers the attack's weapon's critical specialization effect, which I don't know what that is, but okay.
It's interesting.
So are you returning everything back to Captain Milipera, or are you taking the pickpocket stuff only to Edgewalk's guard?
Everything goes to Edgewatch. I don't trust any of these people. We're internal affairs. Plus, I took a lot of stuff, and I don't want them to catch it.
Now I'm trying to remember if we had
An agreement?
what our deal was. Yeah.
So you return everything to Captain Milipera,
Yeah.
so they can do the processing. So it
Oh,
looks
'cause
like
they
they've
wanted
been
to
doing
have-
something.
Yeah.
Can I say that I got like some sort of craftsman's tools? From...
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, nice.
There's craftsman's tools. You can pick up craftsman's tools. There was enough there to make a set, essentially, a kit.
Is there any kind of like advanced thieves tool since
No.
we're talking? Okay. What about a super lockpick?
No,
You could buy those things.
you
if
can buy
need.
those things as guard.
All right.
But either way, so are you returning to Captain Milipera, or are you returning to Edgewatch? Which
Yeah.
one?
We'll first return there and just.
I'll do whatever everybody says I have to do, but I'm taking that training dummy. It's mine.
I mean, we can have them process the evidence, but then still have it forwarded. I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's them processing the evidence. Like, we're doing something. Is
They're
what they
assisting the
They're
investigation.
assisting the investigation. A grand investigation in their area.
And yeah, Tayla would definitely also share with them the like fingerprints and stuff so they can make copies, so that, you know, should any of the Copper Hams do remain in the city and they do further crimes, we'll have record of there.
And they request to copy your ledgers, your logbooks, and
Yeah.
whatnot for everything. Okay, so Captain Milpera is overwhelmed with joy. He's like, "Thank you for dealing with this mess on our streets, this tarnish on our reputation, and thank you for letting us do like the paperwork and the handiwork here. We don't get much, especially at this scale, in our neighborhood, and it'll be good to look like we're doing a lot of work around here because the streets themselves have been fairly unauspicious and." Like a small pickpocket gang, we didn't expect to be doing bank robberies. So thank you so much for bringing this to our attention and helping us with this. If you ever wish to be trained in some martial arts, I'm sure that we can find some time to do some training with you, hand to hand, of course.
Yeah.
So if you ever wish to spend some time to do with that, then I'm more than welcome to teach you personally. I have a bit of history with hand-to-hand combat. My age doesn't make me slow anymore. I've been doing this for quite a while. So
I start filling out the sign-up sheet. Sherain Storm Chaser.
So there's an archetype which you now have access to if you wish.
Oh, nice!
He's willing to teach you a martial arts archetype.
I'm in.
Oh.
Where's your dojo?
As the reward, he can teach you martial arts.
Oh, that's so cool. I want it.
He is an absolute master at that. He mentioned his sister previously, who was the next best person, and they fought.
That is sick. Okay.
Well, you're basically getting just key.
Yeah, it's monk.
Yeah,
it's pretty much monk stuff.
That's great. What a cool bonus.
So if you wish to take that archetype at some point, that can be done. And he will
just like at will, like right now. I mean,
you can take it the next time you get class B.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, buddy. Hey, there's a training dummy there. Make sure it gets over to,
a training dummy.
Yeah, because it's part of our training. It's part of our training for our special officers like myself. And I just want to make sure it gets to where it needs to go.
You see the training dummy no longer with a jacket, but it's got lots of ropes around it and some chains now. So it's not triggered.
Yeah.
And it's just sitting in the corner. And that's what you're pointing at. Is like, there's a training dummy there. And it's like, make sure it gets where it goes.
It says General Sherain on it. That's me.
Right.
General as in general hand or general as in rank?
Rank. I don't want anybody to think I'm not in charge here because I am. I mean, look at me. Don't I look like I'm in charge? I mean, look at this skirt.
Oh. Besides, didn't Sharon sign up for the training?
This is how things go wrong, huh?
Why are you using the undercover name for the guard?
I'll pass it on to the captain.
Wrong. It was a little bit of a typo, so I scratched the whole thing out. Sherain Alban. I don't know. Must have been. It was just I just put a couple letters in there wrong. Sorry. And I put general.
I'm sure we can deliver it in the next few days.
Excellent. Thank you.
But I'll also put a note in there for your captain that you've promoted yourself.
Excellent. He will not be surprised.
I'm sure that he won't, but maybe upset.
I'm gonna get chewed out again.
I don't think there are generals in the guard.
No.
Oh, see, that's gonna give me away, isn't it? All right. Okay. All right. Well, this has happened before. I've gotten chewed out before.
Generally, I would say your mouth would be giving you away. But I don't know you that well. You're not part of our team.
Yeah. Honestly, maybe the discipline needed to do the stuff that you're trying to teach her will have some other benefits.
That might. Who knows? She might learn to fly or might learn to fall. Either way, it could be entertaining.
Very monk-like thing to say.
So where does your investigation now lead?
Well,
some kind of skin package.
Tours.
Tours.
Yeah, it looks like we are going to just be looking for the people that tasked the Copper Hands with robbing the bank. So
I was surprised you've got you've made some arrests here today, but the uppers, you let them go?
What now?
it was either that or losing the evidence.
What do you mean by losing the evidence?
They
All
were
that stuff.
holding the evidence hostage.
Right, we made a deal. Hey, I see what you're thinking
No,
here.
what do you mean by holding the evidence hostage? That doesn't make sense.
If we didn't let them go, evidence gone. For good.
Besides, here's the deal, buddy. They were being forced to do
Magic?
that. They were forced to do that at like threat of death. So really, there's no crime there. We had to make a call. You know what? Don't question the officer in the field. You ever hear that? It's in the books. Tayla, tell them. Don't question the officer in the field when they make a tactical judgment. Boom!
It's more like don't question your superior officer.
That can't be right. I'm gonna go get some tacos. I'll see you later.
I'm just a bit confused about like how they were holding the evidence hostage.
Spells.
When they claimed they were going to destroy it?
That was
all
the claim.
ledgers?
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I got a new skirt out of it.
He calls over one of his men and asks him about magic being able to just like essentially explaining the magic being able to hold the evidence hostage, and tries to get more information out of you. Which are you going to tell what they said in the standoff?
It was essentially, it was like, no, go on.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Ezarek will explain the magic.
Okay. As the words are coming out of your mouth,
So what
You're-
was the magic?
you're
I thought they
thinking,
were just threatening
wait a
to
sec.
destroy the ledgers.
is there any spells which can like be triggered to
With a command?
a command
Yeah,
and then set off like the books automatically? And you start second guessing, and you
Yes,
start
could
going,
I-
"Oh, wait a sec!"
Yeah, that's right.
And that's pretty much what the person that the mage that he then asks for a second opinion on this states that there's no spells that we know of that can do this.
See, the way I see it though, it's
What?
out of character. I'm seeing that as they're holding their action for a trigger, and if we attack, they'll just.
Yes.
So not so
Yeah.
much a set spell. The way that they were talking, it sounded like they were waiting for a trigger, and then their spellcasters would trigger reaction cast.
Yeah, it's something that they could easily have done.
Yeah. But from a GM's perspective, though, there was a deception there, which she fell for.
Yeah, I mean, fine. You know what? We may have been had, but what was our choice there, Copper? Why don't you just let us go and do your job, huh?
Right.
Copper?
That's right.
What's copper? We're guards.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I am too, but still, Copper.
No, she was just
Right.
saying she values you more than copper,
Service,
silver,
whatever.
gold.
Yeah, because copper's it's nothing almost. Either way.
Oh shh.
Thank you for picking it up, Snoozy.
I don't
So, where are you going? You looking after the people that ordered them to do this?
We're looking for the ringleaders.
Ringleaders.
Yeah.
Oh, and then she's going to ask whether or not the captain here has seen or dealt with anything in the area to do with the eye with the wings. And if that rings a bell for the captain. Or the mage friend that he brought in to confer with.
So you're going to give me two roles to play with. Nope. Not with a 2 and a 3.
Yeah.
Doesn't ring any bells for me. Perhaps talk to someone in the learned quarter.
God, can you believe those criminals lied to us?
Well, they're criminals.
Yeah, but so
Well, I
am I.
mean-
I'm honest.
We went from having no recoverable stolen goods and no
Everything.
information on the higher ups earlier today to having most of the goods recovered and being able to be returned.
Well, we
And-
have
and-
all of the goods stolen from the bank.
And
I mean, I feel like
all
I
the
can-
and
pickpocket
able
stores,
to
but-
be returned. I just mean that the individually pickpocketed stuff is going to be harder to return. But plus, we have
information that there was someone else involved.
information leading to
Yeah.
like
Plus,
Captain. Do you want
Ezarek,
to catch
Ezarek will
small
also
fish, or do you want
grab
us to
out
go
the
after
recording
big
rod.
fish, you know.
We also have their own statements and their faces.
You took their faces?
Yeah, we took
He will
faces.
This guy.
he'll grab
I'm
out
kidding.
the recording
I'm
rod
kidding.
and just
I'm
press
kidding.
it to play.
We have drawers and artists that we use for writing down suspects, etc. Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm not talking about skinning people's faces. That would be horrendous. I don't know what you do in the festival
Well, apparently
area,
that's
but
what the cult does that we're trying to find. They skin people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like the second one that we've come across, there seems to be a few in Absalom.
yeah, so
I saw a play on this one, so it's called Face Off.
anyway, Ezarek's just playing the recording that he made.
It's pretty weird, but it kind of worked. It was kind of dumb, but it kind of was good.
sorry, it just got me. That one just got me.
Jonathan of the Travoltas, I
Yeah,
believe,
that's right. From the Travolta, yeah,
was the thespian,
in the
one
play.
of the main thespians in that play.
And there was someone stuck in a cage. I think his name is
yeah.
Nick.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah, they were in prison and they're in the cage and they're out of the cage and it was a whole big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those plays you don't expect much. So when it's good, you're like, wow, shit,
Yeah,
pretty good play, right? I mean, I'd watch
better
it
than a beheading.
You know,
Let's
I even got
change
a
the
little
scene.
magical device and I watched it back in my barracks.
Let's
too.
just change the scene.
Yeah.
Where do we want to open our next scene?
Well, I guess we, after dealing with the guard here, we would probably return to our own precinct and just discuss all the evidence there, pointing to the coal.
Can we go to the city map for a sec? I just want to check and see what quarters are next to what. Because I was thinking before we leave Captain Milpero, we should also see if he has like a letter of recommendation or something to give us for the Ascendant Guard before we start going into their territory as well. And then check with our guard captain to see if he has something similar. to
So
kind
that
of-
we are definitely not
Yeah,
unofficially intruding on their turf.
Yeah.
There you go.
Very smart.
So the
Yeah, because
Ascendant
the
Court,
foreign quarter is right next to Ascendant Court
I believe that's a big hole, by the way, in the center.
Yeah.
of
in the
Ascendant
middle.
Court. Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
what's that hole for?
Yeah.
Are
It's
you
a
from
hole.
there?
It's
No.
bad.
It's just a hole?
It's a very deep hole.
Yeah. And
It's got a
basically in the
history.
middle of it is a giant dungeon that if three people have ever completed, and if you complete, you basically ascend to godhood.
In
I could
theory.
use that. I
Yeah.
just, I'll do that later, but I could totally do it.
I'm just waiting for that add-on book for this
Yeah,
Ascendant Court dungeon.
totally do that.
Like,
Now,
Sorry.
the guard from the Ascendant Court are super snobby.
well,
Is
Um,
that's like
They're-
the fancy?
for-
they're enforced to be atheists.
yes. So they're not snobby. The reputation is because the Ascendant Court is very much based around religions, and there's a lot of temples and a lot of bits and pieces. They have to enforce laws around a lot of maybe competing religions and competing theologies. So to be neutral, they are all atheists. They are enforced to be openly atheist, and although it may, like, one or two of them may have follow some religions, they have to do it very secretly because otherwise they can be seen as being biased.
Yeah.
I don't
If they
have a
have
deity.
religious views, it just has to be in private.
Very, very, very private because they're not allowed to have religious views. But some may have. And the leader has the title of... The leader is called Rune Wolf the Unbeliever. Because he does not follow any religion at all. And he's the one that instituted this. But yes, and they're also called grey cloaks because they have like a large grey cloak on top of their uniform as an extra part of the uniform.
Were they trying to hide?
Well, a lot of their duties is under the city in the old burial grounds and temples and etc. The catacombs.
Well, regardless, we'll have to report to our superiors at the Precipice Quarter before we move forward with going into the Ascending Court. We can't exactly organize that ourselves.
Mm-hmm. So you meet with Captain Lavasis. I think it's the first time I've actually got his name correct in 25 sessions. I usually call him Lazarus. Your captain.
Yep.
He, as you come into his office, you all walk into his office. He looks at Sherain and says, "You out."
I hate this part. I'm gone. I don't even know why I came in here.
Because you always cause trouble. You can come back in here if you don't cause trouble.
I'm in. No. I hate meetings. This is terrible. I leave.
That was easy. Sorry, Polly, but there's got to be some consequence of all the shit you give this guy.
I mean, if I play the player, I wouldn't want to be there anyway.
Yeah.
I play my character.
Yes, and you keep on giving him shit, so yes.
Come on, is that Sherain's secret power giving everyone aneurysms?
I don't know if it's secret. That's the problem. I don't think it's secret at all.
It's just not really, it doesn't really work in combat because it's like one of those things that would be like you have to talk to your subject for 5 minutes before they start suffering brain damage. So you can't use it in battle, but outside of battle.
Oh boy, is it good.
So I heard the news that you've saved the money from the bank robbery, but let the people go. Is that correct?
It had to be a trade for information because everyone seems to think that, it's a good thing to keep going for the people who are really in charge and who are the masterminds.
No, that's I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I was just confirming. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you saw.
Besides, I
unconscious
managed
being
to
brought up.
record the whole thing, so we know who they are.
Yeah. In addition to all the ones that were brought in, because we.
Yeah. Well, you got most of the people from what I hear, which is good. It's always good to get the leaders, but if there's someone above them as well, then certainly that's a bigger target.
Yeah. Regardless, as long as we got their faces, so.
Is he?
We're starting to get into some crimes that are a lot worse than just pickpocketing or bank robbery. So,
Anyway,
We're dealing with another skinning people cult. I don't suppose you've heard of them, Captain. And she'll describe the symbol and the bronze amulet.
You're trying to give me more roles.
Yeah.
Meanie. Oh boy. Finally, one was high enough. Give me a moment. Yeah. Aha! You gave me another roll, meanie. I can't. It doesn't sound like. It doesn't sound like it's like any aspect of Nogaball that I can think of.
No.
The generally the Skinners.
Yeah.
But it sounds like the last human.
Last Aslanti.
It sounds like Arden.
Yeah, he's basically the founder of the city.
Yeah, like that was his symbol. The eye with the eye with the wings. That sounds like his symbol. I don't think he'd have anything to do with
Yeah,
murder
his
and
dad
killing
died the
people.
loser.
Omade used to be a paladin of him.
So a little bit of
Somewhere out
scale
there
there.
racist.
Omidale being a god right now, and this guy being like the originals. Actually, one of
Yeah.
the originals, the last of the originals. But it sounds like his symbol, his heraldry. But that's old. He hasn't been alive for years now.
Yeah.
Well-
Though they're
If gods are alive.
yeah. I mean, I think that there's still temples to him.
No. They most of them pretty much shut down. The temples all essentially died off when so his roll was really high. So I can actually give you information. The temples, from what I remember, died off when those who followed him, his clerics, those that ran the temple, were cut off from the source. Some of them went mad. Most of them went mad, and some of them just abandoned their post, and the temples were left to ruin.
Yeah.
But that sounds like this, like that symbol that you described. Certainly sounds like one of his.
How long ago was this?
It's been
Out
at
of
least a
character.
century
Yeah.
since he died. Maybe more.
Out of character, it's 100 years.
Yeah,
And he was a guy.
he was a
Who
god.
was- Okay. He wasn't a guy who became a god. He was just a god.
He was.
He was a god.
And he made the city?
He was a dude.
Well,
Kind of became a god.
I can't remember all of it, but there's something about 3,000-4,000 years ago, he was a guy that became a god,
Okay.
and was that for a long time. And there was this like prophecy, which was supposed to happen, and it didn't.
Sunday school's
And
up.
when it didn't happen, everyone was cut off. And that's when people went mad and the temple started closing, and yeah. That's when they just said that he was dead.
Oh.
So
Right.
I guess that's probably common knowledge for most people, or at least like common lore for
it's not
like
common,
Sunday
but it's a
school
weird piece of law. Yeah, it's a weird
for anyone who grows up in the city.
Yeah. Like, he is a founder of the city, and he's like one of the principals of this area. He was known for like the god of creation, the god of humanity
Oh.
and civilization.
Everybody thought it was
Yeah.
poggers, and then he died. And everyone was disappointed.
What's his name? No.
So Captain,
Aaron.
we're going to need to go into the Ascendant Court because that's where we've been told that the ringleaders of this cult are based, in the catacombs under it. I don't
Ooh.
suppose you have anything that we can you can open up communication with the Ascendant Court so we can go into their territory to continue following this lead?
You're gonna have to speak directly to Captain Moonroof. he will not let you into those catacombs unless he likes you. Even I can't give you permission. I can give you a reference, but it means nothing to him.
Okay.
He does not allow outsiders into his area.
Do you know
Because-
what
It was-
he's looking for? Have you seen
You
what
trying to
kinds of
bribe someone that
guards?
doesn't even believe in religion, when we're talking about religion, it's not an easy thing. You just he is beyond reproach, and that's the problem with dealing with him.
No, but
He is
have you
beyond
seen
reproach.
him take a liking or to any particular type of guard maybe that has worked in that area in the past or
Alright.
transferred in?
Well, I thought you were about to talk about does he like certain pastries or sweets, but are you talking about something bedroom like taking a liking to, or
I know.
All right.
You hear about
I don't think you're going to be able to
back.
bribe him or blackmail.
No, I'm just saying what kind of guards does
I
he
don't.
respect?
I think what
and
the
want to
captain
work
is
with?
saying, he respects only his own guards.
Yeah,
Did
all that too.
somebody-
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, we should at
Sherain?
the very least.
Don't let her speak.
Yeah.
She'll have to
okay.
be present. Do not let her speak.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm
Does-
going to be a
does
good
his-
person to talk to since I'm a cleric and he's the unbeliever. So I'm probably
Well,
not
you
gonna
might
be...
You might like their headquarters. But,
Yeah. Well. Yeah, we should at the very least inform them that we know of this apparent cult in his district and where they're located, and that there are other cases in other districts.
Yeah.
That should definitely get his attention.
it'll get his attention. He doesn't like religion and doesn't like people committing crime and doesn't like people committing crime in the name of religion. So that's certainly going to get his attention. But
Yeah.
Stone Shield House, from what I hear, is one of the best guards quarters. It's a former temple, so it looks amazing from what I hear. Never been in it personally, but stone glass windows, the whole works.
All right.
Much better than this place,
Yeah.
which is a
Yeah,
rundown theatre company.
The windows wouldn't last very long here, I don't think.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we probably should at the very least send a letter that we're going to be coming to discuss a case with him.
I would say probably
Let's
not.
just
I'll
go
let
up and-
you approach. Letter from me won't do much. It
Let's
won't do
just be
much.
straight shooters. That seems to be what he probably
So just show up.
needs to deal with.
Be respectful, but yeah, just show up.
Okay.
You don't need to book an appointment or anything.
He actually, unlike most of us captains, he's on the beat.
Oh, so we might have to find him out on the street.
So you might catch him on in the Stone Shield. But yeah, there's a possibility he's in the catacombs doing his job.
Well,
He goes out with his men.
if that's the case, we should at the very least let the guards there know that we're him.
Sure, we can run into a patrol and be like, oh, hi.
I'd go to the Stone Shield house first.
Yeah, that's
Don't
what I
go.
wa-
Don't try
that's
to
what
run
I
into a
was
patrol,
referring to.
in
Okay.
the catacombs. They will.
Oh, no, not going into the catacombs. I meant a street patrol going oh, hi. Don't suppose you know if the captain's out in the beat.
We
today or-
shouldn't interrupt them in the middle of their
Yeah,
duties.
they
We
might
should
not
just
like
go
it.
to the guardhouse and say that we need to speak with him.
Sure.
And personally, this is someone that if they took the grey cloaks and put them into puddles, the puddles will have their butt kicked within a week. You'd have half the population in jail, and the other half population probably in recovery.
Right.
Like, they don't mess around.
Anyway, from what you're describing, I have to ask, is it better for us to go in guard uniform or in our own clothes?
Guard uniform, make sure they're clean, make sure they're not ripped or tardy.
You see me sneaking out the door very quietly.
I don't think Sherain was even in the room.
You weren't. You're kicked out of the room and instantly.
All right, woo! Because I ain't wearing no uniform like a sucker.
I'm taking off my tattered cloak of many pockets and bells,
Yeah.
storing it with my effects in the guardhouse. But I am still building that dapper little suit jacket for Marcus.
So a visit to the bathhouse beforehand, I guess.
Yeah, you might, like, if you've got any injuries, that might be a good time to get some tending to. There's been a influx of funds, by the way, for what we've heard. The acquisitions and the rewards, I probably should say. And so you get your you get a little bit of cash. So 50 gold each, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Of spending.
Do I get it?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Suck it, Captain. That is your real name.
I don't
know where that's going. Anyway, we'll take our break here.
Yeah.
Before meeting Captain the Unbeliever. I don't know how Sherain's going to work this. I've put enough warning out there.
Not wearing a uniform. I'm done with that. I'm a plain clothes cop. Well, I'm a hot clothes cop is what I am. Not just plain.
Just wanted to give you a warning, but okay. So we'll take a break. We'll see how we'll be back soon. There's been a lot of role playing this episode, which is really nice and refreshing, seeing we've had so much combat in the last few episodes. So I like having just this cool down moment where we can just relax and play in character and be a bit more like different.
Different.
Yeah, and less combatish. So yeah, we'll be back shortly. Stick around. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Thank you for all your support. See you soon.
Bye.
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the episode. My name is Karsh the Goblin. We are concluding, well, not concluding, but we're having a little bit of role playing today. A little bit less combat, as our players have been given some money for their good duties, and also we're having a little bit of rest because they've had a lot of dangerous encounters on recent days without much break. So let's go to our characters.
Hey.
Actually,
Hello.
our players.
It's me. I'm back. It's us.
Yeah.
I'm back. I mean, it's not all about me.
So you've done a little bit of shopping, and I don't mind doing a bit more shopping as we keep going because sometimes there's a lot of choices to make, and we'll just keep going with the actual role playing while you're doing the shopping if you can pay attention. I can see everyone's like clicking and really
I'm done. I just
concentrating.
wanted some infiltrator thieves tools. Boom.
Yeah.
Plus one item bonus. Never mind. Awesome. I just want to tell everybody how cool it is.
So you can spend a couple of days resting up because some people were actually injured.
Yeah.
So after a few days, I'm assuming that you end up at the Stone Shield House, which is the guard house
For sure.
for the Grey Cloaks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of which, Ezarek will attach the Emerald Grasshopper to his armor so that he can use it when needed.
You attach the Emerald Grasshopper to the armor so you can jump if needed. Who knows if that's going to play a part?
Oh, speaking of which, the wand, only Chibi and I can use it. Do you want it, Chibi?
And that was the wand of
Mending. Yeah, basically lets you cast mending once per day.
Yeah, I can actually. Do I already have access to mending? Because cleric, is that a cleric spell?
Basically lets you cast it without using a spell slot.
Oh, I wasn't sure if it was a cantrip or not. That's all.
Yeah, it's on your spell list, but yeah, it's a first level spell.
Okay, cool. Yeah, she'll hold on to that. I've also still got the wand of command, so.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So you end up you go to the Ascendant Quarter, and you end up
Hold on, Karsh.
Hmm?
I think Ezarek has something to say to Sherain before we reach that
Oh,
point.
yes, we do, yes.
Yeah.
Because as soon as we went to break, and we muted and went off screen,
Yeah.
Game Reaper was still in character talking to Polly about Sherain's character in character.
Okay. Okay. We just talked with the captain, and we have something that Sherain needs. That you need to do. You.
Hey,
all right.
You
How
count
do
me?
you?
I'm a team player.
We need you to go undercover.
That's great.
We need you.
You finally recognize how amazing I am, right?
We need you to go undercover as a regular guard, like a regular run-of-the-mill guard, not a special operative like yourself. But
I like to play to my strengths, but if it's part of the mission, then I could probably do it. Does it require that I have to wear a uniform? Because I'm not doing that. I can't do it.
Regular guards do wear uniforms.
I don't know. I can't do it. You're gonna have to roll to convince me.
All right. Are you saying that he needs to do a diplomacy?
Maybe just
against my DC of whatever.
So do not intimidate. Would you like to re-roll?
I mean, the DC is going to be pretty damn high. Let's see.
The DC would be your.
I guess I'll give diplomacy DC, which would be 23.
Would you like to re-roll and spend a hero point against a party member?
Yes, I'll do that.
I was
weird.
gonna say, like, if Sherain doesn't look like she's budging, it's like, I mean, okay, look, if you don't want to, it just means that you can't come in while Ezarek talks to the captain.
Well, that's the thing. Sherain does need to be there.
Oh, I do need to be there.
He needs to see all of us, but we need to all be respectful.
Can I just explain to him that I'm the undercover specialist? He's probably heard me anyway. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'm known. What makes me so great is I'm undercover, but everybody knows me too.
Ezarek's just going to mouth to Tayla, help.
Do either of the spellcasters have like silence as a spell?
Even silencing will still allow for the finger and everything else.
Yeah, and he'll still see the mouth movements.
Yeah. Anyway, you have your DC right there. I gave it to you.
What? What was the DC?
Oh, it was let's see.
You said 23, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh. Tayla is going to try to help Ezarek convincing Sherain that, you need to wear the uniform and you have to be polite because as far as I know, you're only like really good friends with like Sergeant Oslo here and stuff because like, he was the one who recommended you to like train us in the undercover work. So, because you don't have that connection with Captain, what was his name? Runefield? Runewolf.
Yeah.
So
like, yeah.
It's part of like it's in the manual that when you're talking to a captain of a guard that you're not familiar with, you're meant to like be respectful and not challenge their authority.
All right. So like you could roll what, convince? And then I think
Diplomacy.
that will make me more susceptible, which would lower the DC. Sorry, I'm making you do this because these are fun rules.
But they're not usually done to other players. It's either accepting or not accepting.
All right, then no.
Well.
Lolo?
Oh my god.
Yeah. For your disguise, how about you wear this scarf that covers your mouth? Because
well, that would look very, very roguish, wouldn't it?
yeah.
All right. Okay. All right.
I feel like we need someone to like.
By the way,
watch.
I believe, silence
someone who
is
fits in with the criminal element the most, to like be outside, make sure no criminals are coming in to where the guards are.
The problem is he needs to size up
all of us.
All of you. Anyone he's giving
individually.
permission, he wants to size you up.
Yeah.
Which is why she has to be there.
Well,
maybe he would just get a sense of her from her strong like commitment to the job, and that she will stand watch for her fellow.
By the way, Taylor, silence, you can cast.
Before I get to that,
it only lasts 1 minute.
Yeah, no. See, Tayla was going to approach this from maybe a different method. She was going to say, okay, look, Sherain.
Yes. I'm so glad to be part of the team, by the way. Can I just say that?
For every minute you don't say anything while we're meeting with the other captain, I'll give you a gold piece.
Really?
Ooh, money talks.
That's right. All right.
And green doesn't.
So, for the next 2 hours, we're going to have the conversation. We're going to drain Taylor dry.
Oh no.
Okay, well, at least that's sorted.
And then she'll just kind of look at Ezarek and just kind of like.
Somehow it's sorted. So we'll open our scene. The Stone Shield House. It is not a house. It is a temple. A temple to an unknown god that has long since gone away. There is stained glass windows depicting beautiful scenes of. There's others depicting combat. There's people in them. There's central figures, which, again, you just don't know who they are, who they once were. They long since have gone away. The main thoroughfare, like the large, massive double doors, that's almost 2 stories high, of dark oak and iron bands. It's just all over the top in opulence. When you open it up, there's just this long, massive hall. And in the hall, there's like desks, almost as if pews lining each side, going down to the end, where there's a raised platform there's an office that's kind of been built on the raised platform, and that's certainly the center of the room. When you infer that you want to speak to the captain, though, you inform that he is in, and what is your business in the Ascendant Quarter?
Well, we need to speak with him in regards to a case that is city-wide, and we found the lead to a cult hidden in this district.
Well, it's the Ascendant Quarter. Of course, we've got cults in here. That's what we deal with.
Yeah, well, we know the location of this cult, and they have been involved in several cases across the city.
So why don't you just give us the information and we'll deal with it? That's what we do.
We have reason to believe that continuing further in this investigation, which this close-knit group has been a party to since the beginning. Going further, we have reason to believe that we will be entering into below the
You want to get into the catacombs.
The residential levels of and between Ezarek and myself, we both have experience navigating and understanding the nuances of the underground in the city. And while we respect your complete and utter superiority to us when it comes to crime fighting matters on the ground level and above, we believe that we should be the ones to continue this investigation as it continues below ground.
So you want to get to the
Ezarek's going to take Lolo.
The captain's going to have a field day if you lot. I'll get you in to speak to him if you want, but he's gonna have fun with you.
Yeah, so Ezarek's going to take Lolo aside. I think they take special pride in their ability to navigate underground.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not even rat folk.
They're specialists.
This is their area. They work here day in, day out.
So he walks you past all the pews, essentially, in this case, converted into desks.
Yeah, so
every person at a desk has a very large shiny weapon. We're not talking nightsticks. We're talking swords, maces, flails, actual weapons on the desk or leaning up against the desk. They're all in armor, quite heavily armored. They've all got their grey cloak on them. Some of them have fur on the cloak, some do not. And they are all very large, broad-chested men and women that look like they can look like they can handle themselves in any form of combat.
Yeah.
And yet they're still doing the paperwork and doing the bits and pieces. It's quiet. It's almost serene. This location where these soldiers are they're quiet and they're doing their job and it's weird. There's no noise at all.
Tayla looks around with a sense of longing because this looks fantastic to her.
Yet
so
you look at them and you look at you and it's like there's a frame difference.
Yeah. Anyway, very open plan.
It is very open plan. There are doors leading off near the back, but it is quite open plan. At the back of the cathedral or temple, again, the the raised platform with an office built around it, or built like enclosing it. The person that you speak to knocks on the door, stands back and waits after being given permission to open. Captain, sir, we have some outsiders looking to enter the catacombs. They're from Edgewatch, I believe. They say they're investigating cults and etc. Would you like to speak to them? I'll just leave them here for you. And he just offers them. He hushes you in.
Okay.
But as you go in, he also he closed the door after you, and you get the feeling that he didn't leave the door. He's standing on the other side of the door after you go in.
I take off my hat out of respect.
Captain Moon sits behind a large desk. He's an enormous mountain of a man. On the back of his chair is a large grey fur coat. He has a very large broadsword just sitting in the corner, leaning up against the wall. And he's got armor on the other side of the wall, again on an armor frame. The maps of the city. There's maps of what looks to be underground portions of the city. He looks up and is like, "So, what can I do with you? What do you want?"
Well, we've been investigating a group that has been involved in a number of cases across the city, and our leads have traced them back to this district.
And you want to get into the catacombs?
Yes.
You know the bard. They're off limits to everybody except for ourselves.
Yes, which is why we're coming to you.
Right. And what are these perpetrators been doing across the city?
Well, the most recent example would have been
What's that person doing? What's that officer doing?
She's an expert at undercover stuff. She's very good at keeping quiet.
Right. That's not going to save you down there. But either way, question. What were they doing around the city?
Yeah, well, the most recent example would be the robbery that took place in the coins. I'm sure you would have heard of this.
I heard of it. It means nothing to us. Don't care. We don't deal with robberies around here.
Yeah, this is a cult that apparently is, for some reason, using the symbol of Aridin.
That's a bit of a weird one to use. Aridin's been dead for years. They even stopped paying their dues. Not even registered anymore as it. I thought that one was supposed to be quiet.
Well,
she's laughing.
Still has a sense of humor.
Yeah, the cult has been known for skinning people, murdering.
That doesn't sound like Aridin.
Yeah, well, they're cultists. Of course, they're just crazy.
Yeah,
we would describe it more as a perversion of the original religion.
Yeah, but they usually follow the religion instead of like perverting it like that. That's almost the opposite. It's like a cult of pleasure going on ripping people. Where's the pleasure in that?
Yeah, as I said, cultists.
Yeah.
We haven't actually found. Sorry to suddenly speak up, Captain, sir. My name is Tayla.
Don't care.
The cult that we're following, because we've been given information about their whereabouts within the catacombs. That's why we thought to bring it to your attention so that you're aware. You might actually be familiar with the location within the catacombs should you wish to investigate it further yourself. The only reason we kind of wanted to be involved is because we've been tracking it for so long. We wish to provide our assistance even if you and your guard take the lead on this case.
Yeah. Regardless if you don't deem our assistance necessary, we do require any evidence that you find regarding this cult to further the cases in the other districts.
And what else can you tell me about this cult?
Tayla will explain about the bronze amulet that was described, obviously in the shape of the eye with the wings.
Yep.
That their cult members apparently wear.
And the golem made of skin and stuff, and just
Skinning, yes.
and
it doesn't sound like Aridon. That sounds like Skinsaw.
Oh, and
Yeah.
the leader's apparently called the Skinner?
That's a Skinsaw.
yeah,
That's a Skinsaw. So
it
that's got
sounds-
nothing to do with Aridon.
yeah,
The
It-
skin.
that's
So we're not sure.
that's why we're confused.
We're not sure why they would wear symbols, a bronze amulet with the symbol of the eye and the wings. But that was one
Yeah.
of the identifying features that we were told of.
Yes, so
And which we
We-
witnessed
I-
for ourselves.
yeah, I do personally suspect that they do actually worship Norgorber, but it just for some reason wearing the symbols of Aridon.
And
Yeah.
you know where in the catacombs? There's a big area.
Yes, we can provide directions to this,
Well, out with it.
and Ezarek will describe the location, including the statue and the large bronze doors.
He goes over to he stands up, and when he stands up, he's even bigger than you expected. He goes over to the walls and pulls off one of the charts. Spreads it over his enormous desk. So you're saying, and he starts moving down. There's your connection to Arabo. These is a section that used to be dedicated to them. One of their temples, one of their one of their funeral areas.
Yeah,
So I can tell you this: they haven't paid dues in 100 years, so don't know what's in there now.
yeah, so it's definitely cultists just using it as a hideout.
It's just probably their area. That's probably all it is. But again, have you ever been? Down underneath?
Yes, plenty times. Not
No.
in this.
Not the
district.
Undercity. I mean the catacombs.
Twice.
Right. What about the others here?
I don't know about the others.
Fairly sure Tayla hasn't.
Are the catacombs connected in any way to the rest of the?
There's the Undercity. The catacombs are more in this central area, and they are really dangerous. Like they're former temples that have sunk under there with traps and with everything that were there to protect, like treasures from the temples and bits and pieces. Yeah, it's bad.
So it's a bad zone, but it does connect to
To
the
the rest of the underground.
Very, very loosely.
Okay. You could
Yeah,
perchance like
you could. It's generally a
skirt
place you wouldn't
around the
want.
edge, like go through the edge of that area.
Yeah.
In your travels underground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like skirting around a couple of streets into a bad neighborhood, but not going through. You could do that, but you're still going into a bad neighborhood.
Okay.
I
I imagine I've probably done that many
he raises the eyebrow if you
times.
mention.
Yeah.
And you, Silent One, what about you? You been through there?
You can just
Oh.
nod or no.
I'm asking you a direct question. Talk.
She's practicing her silence in order to be more respectful and more difficult to hear by the cultists if and when you allow us to go into the catacombs.
How about I
She's
put it
just
this
that
way?
respectful.
You've been asked a direct question from a captain of the guard. reply
But
to
what
that.
do you want?
We'll
Cost me money, buddy. You just cut it straight out of
Have
my
you
pocket.
been in the catacombs before?
Catacombs. I'm answering that question. Come on, couldn't you ask me something better?
I-
For like gold. Oh, all right. Here's what I'll tell you about the catacombs. Me and the catacombs were like this. The catacombs and me, like this. I've been there. I love it there. I could go back again. I can come out of the catacombs and go into the catacombs and then back. No problem. It's like my neighborhood, basically.
Wow, I can't believe that I'm saying this, but I think I like you better when you're silent.
That's
Right.
my one gold piece then, sir.
I don't know what you're talking about money, but okay. Honestly, I'd like nothing more than to cheer you up for stepping outside your jurisdiction, write you up and send you back to Laz. But in this case, I might actually need your help. Skin source cult, you say? Skinner Man? We've actually had suspicions, and there's been information coming through that there's something in this area, and we've sent a crew. They haven't come back though.
I
So
see.
I will give you permission to enter, saying you're following up on your case, under 2 conditions.
All right.
First, you're to find our squad that's been disappeared. Well, that hasn't come back. Find them,
Naturally.
return them is the second condition. Well, find them and return them is the first condition, really. The second condition, kick the ass of this Skinner Man and get rid of this goddamn stupid bloody cult. I'm sick of them.
Well, that's what we're here to do.
And if you find anything left behind, look, the temple hasn't paid its dues for a good old 100 years, so if there's anything you find down there, you can requisition it. It all belongs to the city anyway, because they haven't been paying its dues.
What now?
All right.
Whatever we
If
find.
If you find anything, it's owned by the city, and then you can requisition it. Isn't that how you work at Edgewatch?
Kind of like this guy, actually.
Correct, sir.
I was thinking on him earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks,
No.
Chief.
Draw your weapons. What the hell are you carrying? What is that crap?
All right.
Tayla pulls out her lovely little nightstick.
Yeah, Ezarek will bring out his rapier.
Same.
Like, what are you doing? Look,
We got like a bazooka or
you're
something.
gonna need something bigger than that. These are the catacombs. This is
Telling me, Chief.
where the monsters lie. This is
I mean,
not.
sure.
These are not criminals. This is where the monsters live.
Yeah,
Well, hook us
Ezarek
up.
will. He'll turn the rapier to show the runes.
Yippee!
Hook us up then,
He
Chief.
doesn't seem impressed.
I don't care.
Doesn't seem impressed at all. Look, you can each select a weapon from our stores.
Nice.
And man, you guys are gonna get slaughtered. I don't know why I'm even doing this. And he starts scribbling down a note.
Tayla, this guy's not so bad.
Says,
I like him.
"What happened to you being quiet?"
Whatever, that deal's broken. You made me talk. You got yourself into this, Chief.
Captain.
Cappy. Captain. Excuse me. Whatever, I'm a general.
Tayla will just pat Sherain's arm like, there.
You,
Yeah,
you see him, Ezarek sees him like address the note that he's got, and he crosses something out and puts something else there. It's, you don't understand what it is, because it's all just like a jumble of symbols. Maybe a code or something, but he's certainly crossed something else out after that interaction.
Change it to
and-
general.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I don't blame you. She had an accident a while ago.
She had an accident.
Hasn't been the same ever since.
Look at my teeth. They're pretty sharp, huh?
He
I bet they're better than whatever weapons you got back there.
he leans over the table, over the massive desk, and gently gives the letter to Lolo. It's like, now take care of that. Give that to our requisitions, and they'll provide what I've got.
Okay. Thank you for meeting
Thank
with
you
us,
so much.
Captain.
Oh, meetings are so boring.
How is that officer still on the streets?
Your guess is as good as mine, Chief.
Tayla just kind of looks
I'm
at him
shocked
and just
myself.
says, Edge Watch.
She's a specialist at infiltrating criminal organizations and acting as one of them. Some habits are hard to get rid of.
See?
Right. I had officers asking to join the Edgewatch. I'm glad that they stayed with me. I wouldn't want them back if this is their examples. Anyway, and he starts writing down another note and hands it. This will get you to the catacombs. If you're questioned by any of our patrols, just hand it to them. This is my authorization. Don't die down there. Bring back our men. But if you do die, well, hopefully you die honorably.
Thank you for your time, sir.
So on the way out, I'm gonna try to snag his notepad.
Oh, and you, Catwoman.
Yes.
It's all
sir.
a lie. It's all a lie.
What the hell does that mean?
Everyone's allowed to believe what they will, sir.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, we got
Yeah.
anything here. Who cares?
All right,
If that's what
and-
you believe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna snag that pad, that notepad. Oh no, that didn't come out very well.
Now,
Before you can spend a hero point, a
Almost.
hand slams down on the desk. Over the large hand slams down on the desk.
I
over the
almost
notepad.
got it.
Out before
just
you're
signing
thrown in the
out.
catacombs, and as part
This
of
is
your
not-
arrest.
Well,
Out.
what did you say?
Tayla just kind of loops an arm with Sherain's and just kind of pulls her out the door.
Okay,
Let's
whatever.
go have a look at their requisitions area and see what weapons they have. Let's go. Thank you,
Yeah.
Captain Sir.
You
the
do realize
requisition-
guards aren't supposed to steal things, right?
Well, he was writing some shit about me, I'm sure. And yeah,
And gave the
I know
note
that.
too.
I was gonna say the note that he crossed. He didn't write anything. He crossed something off and handed it to me. Is that sealed in an envelope?
No,
Okay, I'm gonna open that up and read it.
it's just
As
it's,
soon as
it's
we're out of
scribbling on
the-
paper. You can't understand it.
It's like he wrote it in runes or symbols, so
Yeah.
not in actual language.
all right, so
Or
the
it's in a language which you don't understand, or it's code.
Yeah. I mean, it'll take us time to decode it, but I don't think it'll be polite to just do that right now.
yeah, right when you start. Okay, so let's figure out
Okay,
what's that.
what did he cross off? How much did he cross off?
There's one symbol is crossed off and replaced with a different symbol. That's it.
I
One
wonder
symbol?
One symbol.
Let's go to requisitions and
Weapon.
see what sort of weapons he thinks.
I
we
wanna
need to have.
erase the changed symbol and
I-
write the original
Are you-
symbol.
In
back.
No.
Oh, I can do that.
Are
I'm good
you,
at forgery.
Meanwhile,
We'll
the
do
officer outside the door.
I can do that.
are you insane?
Second.
I-
Talk later.
Obviously, I'm not doing that in front of anyone. I probably won't do it,
Okay,
but
okay.
like,
You know, I'm a specialist at that shit.
Meanwhile,
What was
outside the door, the officer is ordered to take you to the armory,
Oh, that's right. We're here for the big armory.
where you go off to another one of the side doors, which is heavily barred and fortified. Again, dark wood, but with iron bands. Inside is just racks of weapons. No nightsticks, nothing non-lethal. Everything is lethal. Everything is sharp. There's an old dwarf sitting at the table. It says, so,
Oh, it's dwarvish.
what can I do for you? You're not agents from around here.
Come on now. We have to go through all these.
Hand over the letter.
Yeah, wait.
Oh, wait. No,
Which one? Lulu's
I want-
or
No, I went to the bathroom and I tried to forge it with the chain.
Oh,
No. I don't want to forge it. I just want to know. I want to ask him before we hand over the letter. I'm actually learning a new language, and I thought that you might be able to help me with this one particular symbol.
It's-
I just can't quite get.
Yeah.
And I show him the original symbol that
It's-
got crossed out.
it's
Do you know what this is?
It's authorization
Harder.
to provide 4 striking weapons to the party of your choice, and also that symbol was a 4. It's been crossed out and replaced with a 3.
Oh, we gotta fix that.
And these are for the elixirs.
For the elixir.
Pick a weapon.
all right.
They're all magical. Pick your poison.
Oh,
Well,
That guy's
we've
spelling
also
out
got poison, but
Victor.
there's nothing about poison on here.
hmm.
I was meaning to get a ranged weapon.
Hopefully there's some
Oh.
kombucha in there or something.
Yeah.
And he opens a cupboard which is locked. And again, heavily barred and secured, dark wood, which is a very solid, very expensive but very solid and heavy wood. And inside is just an array of potions and elixirs.
Oh, I could have picked a feed. That'd be sweet.
We all get a moderate mist form elixir?
Yes, he gives you. There's a line of them, and he pulls out 3, puts them on the desk, goes back, shuts it, locks it
I snag one real fast.
off the table.
Yeah,
There
it's
is-
mine.
Well, there's
I'm
3
part
placed on the
forward.
table for
Well,
the
that should go.
party, so you can have one.
I'm the rogue
Alright.
around.
Yeah. I
There's now 2 on the table.
Tayla's happy for Ezarek and Lolo to take the
Okay,
other
I
two.
put it back.
yeah, sure. This could. Actually, it's better that this is not exactly to hide or sneak. This is more to avoid being hit. So it's probably best if Tayla takes one.
I put it right back on the table. It's like some voice in my head told me I should put it back. It was never cock.
I mean, so it probably makes sense for the people who are potentially going to get hit to hold on to it. So that would be Sherain and you, Ezarek, because you fight with your sword.
All right.
And Lolo, I think you said you wanted to get a long range weapon. So
Yeah.
They have crossbows, they have bows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to see what I mean,
They have
I
spears,
guess
throwing axes, whatever you want.
are they all simple weapons or martial weapons, or
I don't know which ones are which.
is there a list?
There might be a list somewhere.
Is this
how effective are longbows down there?
Probably not.
Bolo?
Okay.
That's my grandfather.
Mhm.
He's very effective down there.
Tayla blinks for a moment.
I didn't get it initially, but yeah.
Should we be contacting my grandpa?
No, it's okay.
Hey.
I was looking at the bows.
He's very spry. Okay. I thought you were saying bolo.
Longbow.
Yeah.
Oh, my mistake.
Yeah, I think Ezarek would grab one of the short bows.
So how do I know what the choices are? I phased out for a second there.
Where is it?
I think basically just pick a weapon that you would want and consider that they have it.
Mm-hmm.
Any weapon?
If
Shoot.
it's yeah.
All right.
I might also take a short bow.
My God.
weapon.
Actually,
Yeah.
I might even.
And they're all +1 striking.
Actually, no. I'm only.
So if you
good
want a
with-
+1 weapon, this is your choice right now.
Yeah.
I
But
need
that's all just
simple
+1
weapons.
striking? Like not two damage dice. Or I guess +1 striking means there is 2 damage dice. I can't remember which one.
That's
it was.
+1 to hit.
+1 is it's a +1 striking, so it's a +1 to hit and it's 2 damage dice.
Oh, okay, yes. Okay,
Okay,
so
yeah.
+1 striking, that's what I want.
Yeah.
That's the best. I mean, it's not the best, but it's the best. All right, let me see. I'm gonna pick up something amazing that I can use, hopefully.
All right.
I want a sweet dagger is what I want.
Wait, +1 striking would be for a heavy crossbow would be what, 2d10? Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be bad. I thought this would be a quick thing. It's like, oh, I want this.
Oh, it's I can just
Sorry.
quickly just add it to my character sheet as you're talking. So
I might just grab a crossbow because I've realized I'm only trained in simple weapons, so I'll go
Yeah.
for a crossbow.
Oh, though if you're a cleric of Erisel, so you will be trained in longbows.
Yeah, but then we just discovered that longbow's probably not great.
All right. Yep.
It's not?
That's why she was like asking the guy, like, so how effective are longbows down there?
Yeah. Because
Whatever you're trained in.
longbows have a penalty if you are attacking something within 30 feet.
Oh. What about a short bow? No?
Yep, short bow's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll do a crossbow.
There's also armor, and there's other bits and pieces around here. It's not just weapons. So if you have money, you want to buy armor.
Buy armor.
I don't think I can afford the better armor yet.
Like everything here looks like it's. If you were to detect magic, you would get the feeling that everything would be in this location. But that's an example of just the risk of the catacombs. So we'll move
Yeah.
as you're choosing.
Yeah,
We'll
just
move
keep
forward. so
talking.
you're not-
I'll figure this out while we
we
go.
don't have
while
dead
we
air.
continue. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we move to the catacombs. The catacombs in the city, essentially, the city is built upon the dead city of previous generations, and the city is 4,000 years old. So there's in this section of the city, the Ascendant Court, there's a lot of temples that have fallen under the ground and been built on top of, and the catacombs are essentially the catacombs of those temples. So it's dangerous, it's dark, and I hope someone brought a lantern.
I sure didn't.
That's what I expected.
I have a sequin shirt on that kind of shines lights.
I mean, I can see perfectly in the dark, and normally it's you guys carrying the lights.
Well,
I
we were
think-
talking to the armorer guy, like, because Tayla was like asking for. They're obviously the experts of going into the catacombs, which is why she was like, "What do you recommend as a ranged weapon? Is there any typical gear that you guys take down with you when you go on your patrols down there that we need to be aware of?"
Heaviest armor we can carry, biggest weapons we can carry, torches if we can't see, lanterns, whatever we can. Several days rations in case we get stuck.
Oh, rations, yeah.
Yeah,
Rope.
climbing equipment if need be. It's dangerous down there.
Climbing equipment. Oh, okay. Yeah. So is this like lanterns and stuff would be considered like manacles, like provided?
Well, you might. Well,
Yeah.
all I'm ordered is to provide these two.
Yeah.
Oh
wish
no,
to
that was me
purchase
as the
something?
player asking.
Yeah. So
Manacles is provided, yes, but climbing equipment you need to buy separately.
yeah, and
Adventure
And
lanterns.
lanterns?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're patrolling at night, like the streets.
So
are-
I think
the
you
most
you
part,
have
we can have-
access to the light spell.
I
So
believe I do.
Who doesn't have like low light or dark vision?
I have low light vision.
I have low light.
I can't see anything.
yeah. So considering this is very dark underground, it's gonna be straight up darkness, I'm guessing.
Right.
Yeah, so I can cast light.
Yep.
I can climb as well because I have the feet, but everyone else, like, I don't know if you want to get something to help you with climbing.
I'm very good at climbing, so
I can climb, right? I'm good at climbing. And scuttling and squeezing.
Sherain,
What now?
are you okay at climbing?
Yeah, oh, I'm terrific at climbing. I'm great. I mean, you've seen me. I'm good at climbing pipes, especially. I'm
So-
super.
The only thing I can remember is you getting kind of wedged behind that big boulder.
Yeah, we don't.
yeah.
That was in my old academy days. It's like last week.
All right, so we might need to organize a few days rations for just in case.
Yeah.
Ration.
As a cleric, would I know if holy water is something that we should try and get to help if we're facing undead?
Who
Or
said
should we
anything about
ask?
undead?
Yeah, actually, like, what sort of monsters do you encounter?
Depending on what there is, some of the monsters have crawled up from under the city, or from some of the bigger monsters tend to move around from the undercity into the catacombs because vast former temples have a lot more room to grow and spread. So there's a lot of nasties down there, a huge lot of nasties. There can be undead, but they're not always the case. There are, well, catacombs is where people generally bury the dead, so there are some. But yeah, there's a bit of everything. Because the temples are large in frame, and they were built so large that when they fell, they became some of the biggest territories in the Undercity, and thus, well, a good place for the bigger creatures.
Okay.
We
So,
can shears as a weapon. It's uncommon, but can I get it off this place? You got shears back there behind the counter?
Yeah, there's
Like,
magic
like
What?
scissors?
scissors.
I guess so. Yeah. It's
Can
called
you
shears.
use them?
Yeah.
Magical
Yeah.
hedge
It's a
trimmers?
simple weapon.
where is it saying she is?
I just found it in the archives of Nepis. Yeah, it's a deadly D8 finesse uncommon.
Yeah, let's say
version.
no.
Oh, come on! It's just a knife. Ew. Okay. Sorry. I'll find something else.
It's for when you encounter those evil magical plants that come to life that
That's
need to be trimmed back.
It's
Here.
an uncommon weapon to begin with, so
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna get a dagger, I guess. I've already got one, but I might as well give the striking rune.
Maybe a short sword?
Yeah, I can do that.
An
I can,
assassin's weapon.
Yeah, I can use a short sword. I'll take that. Huh. Excellent. I'll take it. Thanks, Ezarek. That's a great idea. Now you're gonna have to show me how to use this thing, because I don't know. I'm not an expert here.
Stab the pointing end.
Oh, just like a knife.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
it's basically use it the same way you would a knife, but it's bigger and not as you can't really throw it that well.
Okay. Well, that's all right. I can.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because this is going to be deadly, right? I have not gotten a short sword before because I'm a cop, so I hit people with sticks. But this is a different situation. I understand.
Intros. Oh, okay.
I'm just doing the tokens and getting that up and running.
Yeah.
So, I still need to do Tayla. Putting Tayla at the back because, well, Tayla.
Gotta be worried.
Well, you're always at the back.
Yeah.
Does Tayla have night vision?
Low light.
Low light. So I've got to take that off and I can do low light. That's a mix, no. Okay. And Ezarek's got full dark vision and Fat Wing has night vision, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You have your animal companion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can see. Okay, so we can do our shopping. And we move into the catacombs. The entrance to there's a few common entrances to the catacombs, and with the directions you've been given, you can easily find the entrance of where they were headed. It might be helpful if someone has a torch, because Sherain can't see in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dark out here.
Well, you'll still need the torch to see in dim light if it's complete darkness. So.
Yeah, Tayla would be casting light on, once we kind of get there, she'll probably pick up a small rock or something and then cast light on it.
And
So
give it to
that's a
Sherain
20-foot
or cold.
radius.
Yeah, or you could just cast it on your holy symbol or something.
Oh.
I want to be able to throw it, and I want to
Alright.
make sure I don't keep the holy symbol. I don't want to throw it.
Okay.
So I'll do amidst bright light. 60 feet, is it?
20 feet.
20.
20-foot bright light, and then another 20 feet dim light.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, wait, sorry, because you were thinking probably the heightened. So yeah, it would shed bright light in a 60-foot radius and dim light for another 60, so 120 feet.
I really wasn't thinking that. I was just putting out numbers.
Yeah.
So 60, so 120.
Oh. I'm just having a look at the senses a bat has. It has low light vision, but it also has echolocation of 20 feet. So it can use hearing as a precise sense.
Which is
Nice.
not common.
And
Yeah.
I have my smelling as a
Imprecise.
imprecise.
The most you can tell is which square they're in, but not. They'll still be concealed.
So as
Well, not if I know which square they're in, and then I tell my bat, shoot your at that square.
Okay, I guess.
that's a bit weird, but is it strange that I actually understand what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's very strange that I understand that.
makes total sense.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you get down to the underground, into the catacombs. We've been to the underground a couple of times, and this is very different. Where the undergrounds that you've been in previously are crumbling and are essentially like the city has just fallen. This is worked stone. The tiles themselves, they're dusty, but they're almost perfectly smooth and polished, but it's still dusty. There's no rubble falling down anywhere. It looks like it's clean, and it looks like it's like, again, even if there's dust on the ground, it looks almost normal compared to what you've seen previously when you've gone under the city. And for those that have lived under the city or spent time under the city as well, with Lolo and Ezarek, it's almost like living like in a palace. Like the corridors you're traveling is like almost living in a palace, like above ground for the underground. It's like it's that well made and worked. Because you're in temple areas. And let's do the descriptions of the bits and pieces. You come up to, and hopefully everyone's got on the map and everyone can see
Yeah.
the map.
It's bottom left.
Bottom, right down the bottom left for everybody.
Okay,
Um,
I'm in.
you're in.
Got it. I'm here. I'm ready to fight.
Okay. You see in front of you. Let's get the sound right. Okay, that's not going to be working for me, but yeah, you see in front of you a large statue of a skeletal humanoid. He stands as a sentinel at the corner of a three-way intersection. His breastplate and robes, its breastplate, robes, and delicate veil are sculptured with incredible detail, and there are 3 thin chains attached over its head, with what seems to be brass plates or brass pendants on the chains. The whole, you can just sense the faintness of light coming from the hall to the north, but that is all.
Okay. Ezarek will go ahead looking for traps or anything, hearing if there's anything, any sounds down the hallways and stuff. Just walking up carefully.
I would also be checking the floor for tracks because we're also trying to find the other group.
Yeah.
So if we have any signs that another group has gone by recently.
I draw my short sword and hold it high.
Yeah. Unfortunately, with how Dark Version works on Roll20, I can't tell if I'm in the light or not. So,
yeah.
Look at these runes.
So Ezarek, what are you looking for?
Yeah, Ezarek will just be looking for traps or anything.
Okay. So with your sharp senses, you don't seem to notice any traps.
Okay. Ezarek will make his way forward stealthily and just peer down the hallways. Wait, I can't see that.
Let me see. Well, I might have to put.
Yeah.
I might have to take it from. Yeah. Oh, that's why that one and this one.
Yeah.
So I think I was muted when I said I draw my short sword.
No, we heard you.
We heard you. Yeah.
Damn it.
Why is that? That's really weird. Like everything should be working.
Well, I can see down this hallway here.
Yeah,
just this one's blocked by the statue. Yeah.
Wow, that's really weird that you should be able to see and it's not having that.
Yeah.
Dynamic lighting is always fun.
Yep.
I'm not used to it. It's been a while. So, as you approach the statue, the 3 necklaces that it's wearing have that brass plate with the eye and the wings. It has the whole symbol on it. To the north, filtering in from the north is almost like what feels like dim light coming from the north.
Mm-hmm.
And to the east, 2 large brass doors bar the way.
Okay. Ezarek will turn to Sherain and the others. Okay, I'm going to check that out. If I call out, run it ahead. So get ready. I'm going to just have a look since I can see without needing the light.
Oh,
If we can get that working.
Did Tayla see anything because she was looking for tracks for other people?
Taylor looking for other traps. You do
Oh.
this walkway
Tracks.
is tracks. The walkway does seem to be well worn. Not well worn, but well traversed. It's probably the better way of putting it. Like people have been here before.
Okay.
So yes, there are tracks. As you approach the location, though, you notice that the tracks become more prevalent
Uh-oh.
around
Makes
the
sense.
statue area.
I hear scary music.
Are there any heading to the north?
The north is probably the least traveled of the directions.
Okay. Anyway, I'm kind of suspicious of the light coming from there, so I'm just going to sneak up and have a look. Right, so Ezarek will just do that.
Okay.
Just start sneaking up and just
And again, the lighting's not working.
Yeah, I can see quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see. So
Because I can't.
oh,
I can't see off your token for some reason. It's
well,
not up from me.
I can
That's okay.
see up to out here.
Okay. So as you start moving up the corridor, a natural light seems to be coming through from the corridor. It seems that this section of the catacombs is actually on the side of the massive hole that is the center of the ascendant quarter.
That's interesting.
And the dimness is just coming from above.
Do I see or hear anything in the next area?
No.
Oh. Okay. Ezarek will turn back and just go. Okay. Looks like there's an entrance to the large hole in the middle of the district. So the light we're seeing from there is from the outside.
That's kind of reassuring. Like, at
Well,
least it's not, something bad coming towards us.
Yeah. I mean, if none of us could fly, but if we did, it would be a good escape route.
How big was the hole it was coming from? Was it big enough for us to squeeze through, or not really?
Looks wide enough for all of us.
If I squeeze through, I can just kind of climb up. And you're good at climbing.
Should I
And
go
then she
ahead?
just kind of looks again at Sherain. Apparently, Sherain's really good at climbing.
Terrific. Not just
ask her.
okay. I'm terrific. I got good reviews on climbing. I can't jump to you though.
All right. So we were told that the cult come through the brass doors.
Yeah, which is
Right there.
yeah.
Let's do this.
Are there any hold on. This is what I'm good at. Are there any traps or anything along this hallway?
Are you doing more searching, are we? Ooh. We're all
Yeah.
paranoid now. I like it.
Well, Ezra can search quickly now.
Yeah. You don't spot any traps, but there are tracks there.
Oh, all right.
You don't
Yeah.
suppose that the reason they had the amulet with the symbol was to grant them safe passage past this point? Do you think? Is that a thing?
Ezra will cast Detect Magic.
Very paranoid. I like it. You cast Detect Magic. There's nothing that emanates of magic in the area.
Dude, is that me?
Including the statue.
Including the statue.
Okay.
I don't want that to come alive and attack us for like trespassing.
Yep, that's not coming alive. So maybe we should, just in case. So Ezra will grab one of the pendants.
Okay.
Oh, from the chain on the statue? Is that where we saw them, yeah?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
they're
pendant,
actually
so-
hanging around the statue's neck at the moment.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of them?
Yeah, there's 3 of them hanging around the statue's neck on a thin, like they each have a small thin chain around it.
Okay. Yeah. Sherain, how
Necklaces and
confident are
cords.
you at avoiding any traps or anything if
So confident. 100% chance I can avoid all traps everywhere.
there's a chance that if you're not wearing one of these, then you'll be a target of something. So,
It's fine. I don't need it.
yep. Ezarek will hand the other 2 to Tayla and Lolo.
I'm great at this. You brought Sherain here for a reason.
Okay.
Okay, so you can add the brass holy symbol of Araden on the character sheets. Who's going to have them? So who's got them? And so I think everybody has them except for Sherain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really like the style of it.
Okay.
I
It
think
just
it's
didn't
neat.
fit my outfit too well.
So you add a junction.
Tayla's holding it gingerly, and she's like holding her other holy symbol, going, "Sorry, Aristal."
Yeah. I don't really like it that much. I'm
I
just
think Aristal's friendly with Araden, or at least was friendly with Araden.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah. All right. Let's.
What disturbs you is like this statue is like there's something about it. Like it is a skeleton.
Yeah.
A statue of a skeleton, and it seems out of place.
Yeah.
I mean, he said it was like this is where they did their funerals and stuff, so.
Yeah. Is there anything weird about the statue?
Is it in an aggressive pose? Does it look like it's
No,
about
it
to
seems
smash
to
a
be
head?
seems to be a sentinel, like watching over this like where the 3 corridors meet.
Yeah.
Can I do a like religion check?
Yeah.
Or like religion lore to see if that rings a bell? Like, do I need to go, "We're not here to disturb the dead"?
Well,
She'll say that anyway.
I'll give you a bonus to the roll with that. Wait, think about we're not here to disturb dead. Something about the dead and the imagery of the statue. It reminds you of like the god, not the god of the dead, but he built the, like, you can't quite get his name. Like he built the bones, like the boneyard, the bone where all the halls of the dead. No, is that right? There's something about like who this person is. Something about like the dead.
Tayla's gonna start
Is-
mumbling
specific
like
skeleton?
halls. Yeah. Like
Um,
is it like a sentinel or a protector of the halls or something? Or
Oh, that's the architect of the boneyard. Where
Oh, that was
that's
an
who it
earlier
is.
chapter. Wasn't it?
architect of the boneyard.
That's who it.
Yeah.
That's who it's. That's who you get the impression of.
Oh.
House
Like
of the Plains Boneyard?
Pharasma?
This is his name. I'm not going to pronounce. Even going to try.
Oh.
Not even. Try.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. None of the characters would probably know that. It's definitely not a common deity.
No, but it's also the case of. You said about the disturbing the dead. This is the person that created the boneyard, the architect of the plane of realm where the souls go to receive judgment.
Okay. Oh.
That's why I
We're
gave you a
about to
bonus to
judge.
the info.
Well,
We're gonna walk past to be judged.
I don't know
Okay.
anything.
Luxury.
You apologized.
Yep.
So you think you're safe.
Yep.
Anyone else?
Alright.
I'm just
Alright,
moving everyone else up.
I'm just gonna go ahead and go up
Yeah.
first. Okay.
All right. Ezarek's just going to just bow and stuff and just Sherain, not that way.
Going to the right.
All right, come this way. All right. So I'm gonna sneak past this statue so it can't see me.
Oh, stealth roll, is it? Awesome.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not going to worship a statue, but I'll sneak past it.
So you'd be afraid of a statue.
See them giving all reverence to him. It's like it's a statue, forget it. But I get a little nervous, so I'm going to sneak past it.
You sneak past.
Da, 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 da.
It doesn't turn. It doesn't attack you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, it's fine. Coast is clear.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to check that door before she arms something.
Stop some crime.
Look,
So-
Ezarek.
Yeah. I'm going to have a look at the door. Is there like any way to open it, or just
Hope it's
any
locked.
mechanisms?
I got a
Um,
new fix
There's
set.
2 large brass handles on each, like one on each side. There doesn't seem to be a lock or any mechanism.
All right. Yeah, it looks like all of us are gonna have to assist on this. All right, guys, can you come down?
Tayla kind of walks past and like, thank you, sorry, bye. And she'll kind of walk up behind Ezarek, and she will also kind of pat him on the shoulder, saying, "You've got this."
Right. Okay, let's
When
gonna
I'm
ask.
using my smell to like try and do a perception check to seek a creature or object within 30 feet, do I have to know specifically which creature or object I'm seeking? Or can it be a type?
Generally,
creature.
no. How seek
any
generally works is you choose an area, and if your roll beats their stealth DCs, then you just know that they're there in the area.
But on the other side, if there's a smelly creature that's hiding, I will totally give it penalties for hiding because it's smelly, and we've got both yourself and Tayla that have that scent ability.
Okay.
Because like if they're smelly, and that's something that's going to help with detection.
I
Like you
forgot
might not know where it is, but just like with detect magic, there's something in the area that smells, and I'll give you that type of information.
Well, they specifically have imprecise
Yeah.
sense, so they know the square they're in, but
Something over there. Okay,
yeah.
even more so. But either way,
I brought a large collection of small flat pebbles. I'm just going to be placing them,
marking.
marking as we go, unless otherwise specified.
If you want, you can actually draw on the map. So if you want to click on the freehand drawing, and
Yeah.
probably change it to like white, you can say like you can put like an arrow of. Oops, that was a bad example of drawing an arrow. So you can just like go arrow for an example of like this is where we're going, and that's kind of you marking the map.
Okay, yeah.
Lolo, do you want to help us open this door?
You need help opening the door. Well, at least they think they do.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so yeah, but
How am I helping open the door? Are we there's nothing on it, we're just pushing it open?
well, it's it looks like it's a pull
It's
door.
locked? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so
All
So
right.
who's opening the door? It sounds like everybody's trying to pull the doors open.
yeah.
I mean, I can just open it if you guys. I don't know what all this talk is about. Like, we have to have a committee. I'll just open the door.
I know. I'm exactly the same, and I'm the GM.
Yeah, I mean, can
So
I just open?
you all position yourself to give a massive yank, or at least Ezarek especially position himself to really put
I
his
feel like
back
we
into
should
it.
just open one side and like
They swing freely.
Yeah, thank God.
Mm.
Jeez,
There's almost no weight to them.
Mm.
nice.
Inside, and this is Let's
This
start
time I
there
just jumped
first.
right in. Okay.
So, where am I? That's wrong place. 3. There we go. This spacious stone hall measures well over 100 feet long. Its dusty marble floor tiles, punctuated at regular intervals by floor-to-ceiling columns that stretch 30 feet high and curve near the top to form impressive decorative arches. Slivers of light seep through the narrow gaps in the ceiling that dimly illuminate this hall. At the chamber's western area, there are 2 enormous bronze-plated stone doors, which what you've just opened. And there are 2 stone statues.
Yeah.
Let's move the statues into place, shall we?
Ooh, the statues. Okay, but they didn't just move. They were already in.
That's where they're positioned.
Well,
Okay.
don't worry, everyone. I'm going to check this out.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh, look, there's statues all over the place.
There's more to go.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it.
In the western area, there's 2 enormous stone statues that essentially flank the inside of the door. On the hall's western wall is a massive symbol of an eye symbol of the Eye of Eridan looms above a statue depicting a high priest, this one cast in bronze atop a wide stone dais. Inset in the hall's floor are dozens upon dozens of bronze-plated rectangular burial plates, measuring roughly 3 feet by 6 feet. And there's hallways to the north, but you can't really see everything from that. But there seems to be hallways to the north. And you hear, now the doors are open, what seems to be horseshoes?
Where's the sound coming from?
In there somewhere. It's hard to really picture because
It's echoing.
echoing around.
All right. Okay, everyone, we need to be quiet. We don't know what's in here.
I don't know about this religious mumbo jumbo. I'll go quietly, but I'm going to go see what's going on. These are just a bunch of statues. Who cares?
Well,
Hold
we
on.
know that this is
Okay,
the
that's where you
hideout.
All right, there we go. Got it done.
But yeah.
We got to move this stuff on.
Actually, we're going to do initiative and we'll finish here.
Okay.
We'll start it next.
Oh,
All right.
oh well, what are you going to do?
We'll do initiative and we'll start next week. Unless
Okay.
you want to do it now. I mean, it's
No, that's fine.
we'll possibly
That's
run
fine.
late if we start it now.
Yeah, it's all
Uh,
good.
Well, we could just roll and then just leave it there.
That's what I was thinking of doing.
I'll do the
Yeah.
same.
All right. Yep. All right. So would we be able to use what would we be using for our initiative?
I wasn't stealthy. I just
Yeah,
rolled
you
right.
weren't stealthy. That was
Yeah, so I'll just do perception. We're just bringing it like a 33.
Yeah.
Ooh,
they got 32.
Yeah. All right. Oh, keep rolling low. Oh well.
It happens. Oh, that's even worse.
Stealth?
That's a 1. Yeah, you can roll stealth.
Wait.
Oh, why
Didn't you
roll-
already roll your initiative?
No, initiative,
didn't.
not stealth.
Yeah, you've rolled initiative 3 times.
Huh?
rolled for Marcus and rolled for
Oh, they
yeah.
act on her initiative order.
I know.
they all, which is 34, so which isn't
Yeah,
bad.
that's pretty good, right? I mean, that's going to be probably the fastest one.
Yeah.
Good, nice.
So I'm just going to
Oh,
move all
sorry.
of them into yours instead of deleting them. So we'll put it there. We'll do that. There we go. So how this starts is Sherain starts walking in and looking in. Tayla, you hear the movement of stone. almost the grinding of stone as you look up to see a sword, a humongous sword being raised up off from the statue's hand, and that's where your initiative starts at 34. With also Lola's initiative at 34. Sherain is oblivious. Well, not oblivious, but acts at 33 instead.
To clarify, the statue that's raising his arm is the one just inside the doorway above Sherain? That's the statue you're talking about?
This one right here?
There's 2 statues.
The one above her?
How about we do this? Now can you see?
Yeah, so I'm saying the one above her.
Both.
Yeah, both
just the
have
one you
their
see.
swords above her, not in the map, but
Oh, so yeah.
yeah.
He said sword, so I thought I could only see one.
No, they're both raising
Oh,
the sword.
okay.
As Sherain's looking in and looking about, she doesn't notice like the sword's being raised.
Yeah, I thought since he only mentioned one, I was like, wait, was I looking back at the other one? Singular, but no. Okay, there's
Right.
two.
There's 2. And I think that's where we'll finish.
Yeah.
And we'll start next week with this. Because we're now in the catacombs, and the catacombs is dangerous.
Yeah.
Quite dangerous. And there were some very smart things said leading up to this. Some very dumb things said leading up to this. And you'll find out what that is next week. And you'll find out what the symbols were about.
All right. Well, good. Oh, you know what? That guy is part of the cult, wasn't he? He's sending us to our doom. Well, why did he give us more weapons?
And amazing weapons at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's not part of the cult.
Maybe he worships he's a cult member for like a rival god.
He's
He's
known as
like
the unbeliever for a reason.
He hates. Stop. He hates religion.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. Well, we're screwed. That's cool though.
Why?
Right.
I do love that this is the first time we've had like the dungeon music for this group, and everybody started getting really paranoid as soon as we started playing.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm paranoid about all dungeons.
Yeah. Well, I
I
did.
didn't get a chance to look up.
Yeah, I did mention that the tribe had ventured into this part of the underground, and we've lost a few members that way.
but no, this is like, I just loved like the check for traps.
Yeah.
It was really cool. We'll be back next week. Let's do our outro stuff. Game Reaper.
Hey, I'm Game Reaper from Gathering of Nerds, and I'm playing Ezarek, the kobold investigator, who is also a wizard.
Also a wizard.
Yep.
Polly people.
Hey, it's me. I'm Polly. People. I'm back. I played Sherain Alban, who is a very impatient but great cop rogue. You can find me at twitch.tv/polypeople. Now, here's the thing. I used to say if you like board games, you can go there, but you still can. I still play board games once in a while. But what I do is I talk about, well, I do a lot of chatting. I do myself. So one of the things that I talk about recently is trans issues, the issues of my people. So if you're interested in that, interested in, my own like perspective on it, check me out too. I think I'm doing that too twice a week at least. Sometimes 3 times a week.
Depending on what you feel.
Yeah.
Oh. Chibi?
Hey guys, I'm Chibi of Bespoke Character Creations, where I'm a full-time commission artist doing awesome character art for people's D&D and Pathfinder and tabletop RPG characters. I'll be streaming Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week on my own channel here on Twitch, which is at Hitokiri Chibi, should you wish to watch me working on emotes and commission work for peeps. And today I was playing Tayla, our catfolk cleric who had her belief questioned by a non-believer. And she was just like, nah, it's okay.
No,
Yep.
I'm good.
No, it's okay. Snoozy?
I'm Snoozy. I'm around at Snoozy Games or Snoozy James or whatever. And I was playing Lolo, the Isoki Ranger, who is nothing without her trusty companions, animal companions, familiars, and her dear fellow guards people of the watch.
And I love the stealing stealing rings for your rat and for
For Marcus.
for Marcus. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you shouldn't be stealing, Sherain mostly, but
Shoot.
true.
Marcus is
Like the tacos.
Marcus
So
deserves the world.
tomorrow we have Call of Cthulhu. I don't actually know what we're playing, but we'll be playing something Call of Cthulhu-wise. We are still ramping up for the Master Nyarlathotep. We're still working on the images and the character arts and also the overlay. But we'll be playing probably a shorter game. I'll be finding that out soon from Mr. Live Producer. So come back for that. I hope Snoozy will be back with us as well, which will be awesome. We've also be raiding the same place every single day this week because they're doing charity fundraising, and they're also being run by a lot of Australian presenters, as in Australian role-playing channels. So we're going to be raiding Ardent Roleplay. They're putting on the Australian division of the Jasper's Game Week, where they've got about 5 days of role-playing, three games a day. They're doing amazing work for suicide prevention, charity fundraising, etc. So that's who we're going to be raiding every day this week. We also have at least one of our players, I think maybe two of our cast members that are playing and running them games. So follow them when you can, and stick around and help them out as well. So that's who we're going to be raiding every day this week. Unfortunately, I couldn't sign up because of timing. Wouldn't have worked because their shows end when my goblin would have returned. That's the only reason why I couldn't do it. But anyway, that's who we're going to be raiding. Stick around for that. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for your follows and all the bits and pieces. And thank you for your time. Very much appreciated. So,
Right. Bye.
We're gonna be staying without you.
What's going on over here, huh? Break it up. Stop fighting. Come on. Calm down, people. Calm down. Stop. Come on, man. Calm yourselves down. Get back in the line, people. Calm down. Things will return to normal soon. Calm down. Will you all? Please. Calm down.